told y'all the orientation, bro. Like, why is my joint looking crazy like this? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Y'all messing up my flow, man. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's populated, man? Hold on, man? Dang. Hold on, bros. One day I don't bring my light. Like I always be rolling with my light. One day I don't bring my light. I needs it. Yersk. Hold on, man. Hold on. Bro, where's the flashlight, bro? Come on, jeez. Need some light on me, bro. There we go. That's the guard. There the guard go. Hold on, man. Let me get my stuff together, man. Let me get my stuff together, baby. I told y'all, man, I'm gonna start coming on here and talk about some real hip hop. Yersk. And we've had these discussions before, but I'm about to start getting consistent with them. I'm not just gonna come on live just to talk. We're gonna talk about something. You know, tonight we talking about if you had to be on a stranded island, you had to be stranded on a remote island. And you got a working system. And you got to choose between Raekwon, only built for Cuban links, or Mobb Deep the Infamous. You can only have one album on this island. Now you gonna get off this island. They telling you, yo, in 2 years we coming to get you. You heard? Full facts. In 2 years we coming to get you. But for this 2 years, you only could bump one album, and it's between Cuban links or the Infamous. Which album would you pop into that rowboat when they drop you off towards the island and you got to row your way to the island with one album and a working boombox with a battery that's going to last for 2 years? Let me get off. Now, you know, we can't be too hasty. When I say we can't be too hasty in this decision, I see a lot of people saying the Infamous, and I see a lot of people saying Cuban links, because it's, you know, both of these albums are extremely outstanding albums. Like these may be the closest albums that ever came to perfection in hip hop. You heard? Like, these is the closest things to perfection. But let's go down the track list of each album, bro. Why's this so dull, bro? All right, let's go down the track list of each album before we get hasty with a decision. Only built for Cuban links. Track list. Only built for Cuban links track list. All right, bro. Listen, I'm just gonna go down the list and name the songs. Striving for Perfection, Knuckleheads, Knowledge God, Criminology, Incarcerated Scarfaces, Rainy Days, Guillotine, Can It Be All So Simple remix, Shark Niggas, Ice Water, Glaciers of Ice, Verbal Intercourse, Wisdom Body, Spot Rushes, Ice Cream, Wu Gambinos, Heaven and Hell, North Star. Now, I'm going to tell you off the bat. Yo, I remember when I seen that Heaven and Hell video, I was locked up and I saw that joint on Yo MTV Raps. What do you believe it? And it was this one episode of Yo MTV Raps where they just put a little bit of the Heaven and Hell video at the end of the show, and then it like faded out with only half of the video. I was tight, bro. But that, what do you believe in? Heaven or hell? You can't believe in heaven because we living in hell. What is your life? Yo, that joint was crazy. And I remember when I saw a piece of that video, I was like, nah, bro, I need to see that whole video. You feel what I'm saying? But come on, my dude, Wu Gambinos. You heard? Come on, I done clicked off of it. Oh, Knowledge Guard, you already know. Knowledge Guard, Incarcerated Scarfaces, both of those is just perfection. Then Rainy Days. On rainy days, I sit back and count ways on how to get rich, son. Show and prove acts. My bitch stood up late night. Bill with my A likes. We can pull a heist, snatch ice, or rock mics. Come on, my nigga. That Rainy Days was different. Criminology was different. Like, the production on that was insane. You heard? But let me read this, the infamous playlist. You know, that purple tape, man, that Cuban linx, that was like, I don't remember having to fast forward anything on that album. You heard? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm trying to think, was it a song or two that I was like, nah, I'm good? I don't really think so. You heard? All right, so the infamous track list. Why is it only showing those songs though? Hold on. I don't know why it's only showing these. All right, so boom. So boom. First song, it's the start of your ending. You already know what that's hitting for. Then Survival of the Fittest. Then An Eye for an Eye featuring Nas and Raekwon. Just Step Prelude. Give Up the Goods featuring Big Noyd. Temperatures Rising featuring Crystal Johnson. Up North Trip. Now see, that Up North Trip, that wasn't on the cassette tape. That was only on the CD or the 12-inch or whatever, pause. You heard? But Up North, we didn't have that Up North Trip on the album, if I'm not mistaken. You heard? I don't think that Up North Trip, that was like a bonus track or something like that, that it wasn't on the cassette tape that I had. You heard? That's a whole fact. Then you got Trife Life. Then you got QU Hectic. Then you got Right Back At You featuring Ghostface, Raekwon, and Noyd. Then you got The Grave Prelude. Then you got Cradle to the Grave. Then you got Drink Away My Pain featuring Q-Tip. Then you got Shook Ones Part 2. And then you got Party Over, Tell the Rest of the Crew. It's on you, what you want to do. You heard? Like, yo, bro, that track listing is rough, bro. It's rough for any album to contend with that track listing. You heard? So both the infamous and Raekwon Cuban linx is both like almost hip-hop perfection, like New York hip-hop perfection. Like, it don't really get too much closer to perfection than that. You feel me? And we gonna discuss all of these 80s and 90s albums, bro. We gonna discuss these joints because, you know, we come from a time, a lot of us on this channel, you know, we come from an era where gods walked the earth. I was telling that to five foot the other day. I was like, yo, listen, gods walked the earth in our time, my nigga. You know, Prodigy was out here, Pac was out here, Pun was out here. Like, gods walked the earth. You feel what I'm saying? And the type of joints that dudes was putting out, it was just treacherous. You understand what I'm saying now? But, you know, let's really dissect this. I'm going to get to these comments, and I'm gonna get to these votes on who said which album is better. I'm going to get to all of that in a few minutes. But let's talk about, you know, this Cuban linx thing, right? So, Cuban linx, right? Enter the 36 Chambers was already a successful Bananas album. Method Man came out with Takal, which basically they kind of rushed him out because Meth was so hot with that Method Man single, they kind of rushed him out. You feel what I'm saying? So he said later on, yo, Takal wasn't my best work. I could have put more work into that joint, but we know and understand that son was so on fire that they rushed him out. Like, but I still love joints like You're All That I Need. I'm talking about the original You're All That I Need, I'll Be There For You. Before Mary was on it, that was my joint. You feel me? METHOD, that shit was, that was a super blazer. Bring the Pain was a super blazer. Son had some blazers on that. You feel what I'm saying? But they rushed the album, so it wasn't such a masterpiece the way Cuban Linx was. But when Ray dropped Cuban Linx, I'm trying to think which album dropped first. Was it Tony's? Was it Ghostface? Was it Ghostface album? Or was it Raekwon album, Iron Man? Was it Ghostface album, Iron Man? Or was it Raekwon? I can't remember which one. Iron Man was bananas too, because I heard Ghost say he wasn't really feeling Iron Man because they rushed it and all of that. Iron Man was fire, bro. You heard? Iron Man was crazy. That's a fact. But that Cuban Linx album, it came off of, when the Wu-Tang had already established themselves with such a treacherous album. You heard? With such a treacherous album, like in singles like Protect Your Neck and Motherfucking Mystery and Chest Boxing and Cream. So I guess it was that Cream. Like the success of that record, Cream, I feel like that just put the battery in Raekwon back. Like Raekwon, like, yo, listen, that Cream joint, that joint was so, it hit the nail on the head so crazily with, the balance between deepness and hardness. Like, the song Cream was deep, but it was so hard. And then Can It Be All So Simple was deep, but it was so hard. So I feel like Raekwon, off of the energy of Cream and Can It Be All So Simple, he kind of absorbed the feedback of the fans and the response for those records, and it influenced him to put that Cuban Linx out. You heard? That only built for Cuban Linx. Like, I was in Camp Gabriel when I got that album. You heard? I was in Camp, shout out to my bro Steve-O. You heard? I was in Camp Gabriel when I got that album. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Steve-O had it. I can't remember who had it first. But I remember listening to that album. First of all, I always tell a story. Shout out to the bro Majesty Mike, you feel what I'm saying, from Canada. But I always tell a story on how I was in Camp Gabriel, right? And we only had one hip-hop show. And it was the hip-hop show that, Magic Mike is on to this day, or used to do back in the days, right? And we had this one Toronto hip-hop show, because where we was at, we was mad close to Canada. So we had this one Toronto hip-hop show, and they basically was like a Stretch Armstrong and Bobbito of Canada. Now, I was on Rikers Island listening to Stretch Armstrong and Bobbito religiously. I think they used to come on Thursday nights at, 12 to 2 or something like that. But I know I had my little radio on Rikers Island in the Ford building, and I made sure I listened to that Stretch Armstrong and Bobbito show every night that it came on. You feel what I'm saying? And I would make sure that I knew it was up with the hottest shit. So I remember when they first played that Protect Your Neck, bro. You heard? I remember when they first played, I was like, what the fuck is this? You heard? It was that first verse. I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, and that beat was so crazy. You had never heard nothing like it. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. When Wu-Tang dropped, like, you had never heard nothing like Wu-Tang. It was a lot of shit out in the game that was fire. You had Biggie out there coming up. Like, it was Pac was doing his thing. It was a lot of fire. But Wu-Tang kind of was like a new download. It was like a new download in hip-hop. Like, it was so much going on in hip-hop it just birthed a whole new style. Like they was a whole new style. And when they came on and you heard all of these dudes rapping in a row like that, it kind of made people go crazy. Like, hold on. Who is these dudes? You feel me? And I remember listening to these to Protect Your Neck on the island, and I was like, I remember hearing Raekwon verse, and I remember being impressed by his verse. I was like, yo, that kid, right? All of them was nice, but I remember hearing Raekwon verse, and I was like, yo, that kid right there is crazy with it. You heard? That kid right there is crazy with it. And sure enough, Son would one day drop that Only Built for Cuban Links. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you ain't hear that Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2, that Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2 is bananas. You heard? I'm talking about bananas, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. He may have even almost outdid Cuban Links Part 1. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's strong talk. But if you go listen to that Cuban Links Part 2, you thoroughly listen to it. Wow. You heard that Cuban Links 2 is wow, bro. But both albums is bananas, man. Cuban Links is bananas. You know, the infamous album is bananas. Both of them, I would say, they had the same level of influence, bro. Because it's like, it was a point in time where that the only 3 joints. Like, I remember when my rotation was Me Against the World, Only Built for Cuban Links, Iron Man, Outkast album, the Infamous, and what else was Infamous, Iron Man, Raekwon, oh, and Nas, It Was Written. You heard? Like, I remember a point in time where those were the albums that I had in rotation. Those was the only albums I was really popping in and out of my Walkman. I may have gave other dudes, like I had King Just, like, you know, the Staten Island craze was so crazy. I got that King Just, that hey y'all, like King Just was fire. You feel what I'm saying? I had that. But I'm just saying, like, the Raekwon album, that Purple Tape, bro, up north, up top in the pen, my nigga, that shit was gold. You heard? Like, it's been, matter of fact, we got a story on the channel. Who told that story? I forgot who told that story. Somebody on the channel told a story how dudes, I think it was Shadow. It might have been Shadow. You heard where he told a story about how dudes almost popped. I think it was over the Purple Tape. Nah. It wasn't the Purple Tape. It was the NWA tape. My fault. It was the NWA tape. But nah, that Purple Tape was serious, bro. And then he had the nerve to come out with that joint Purple. Like, you heard? Once dude seen that Purple cassette tape, it was nothing to talk about, bro. You had to have that Purple Tape in your archive. You feel what I'm saying? But it was crazy, man, jeez. And that Infamous album, I always speak about that. You already know. The Infamous album, that shit spawned from, because you know them dudes had an album out before that Infamous album, Juvenile Hell or whatever. And I remember when they first came out, they had that joint Hit It From the Back. That was cool. That was hot. I remember saying, yo, these kids is wild and they hot. You feel what I'm saying? But when that Illmatic dropped, I'm gonna tell you something. When Nas said, rappers, I monkey flip them with the funky rhythm I be kicking. Musicians and ripping compositions of pain. I'm like Scarface sniffing cocaine, holding an M16. See, with the pen, I'm extreme. Bullet holes left in my peepholes. I'm suited up with street clothes. Hand me a 9 and I'll defeat foes. Y'all know my stilo. Low without the airplay. I keep some E&J. Getting bent up in the stairway. Or even on the corner betting grams with the CeeLo champs. Laughing at bass heads. Trying to sell some broken amps. She passed it off quick. Whenever niggas talk shit reminiscing about the last time a task force flipped. Niggas be running through the block shooting. Time to start the revolution. Catch a body head for Houston. Once they caught us off guard, the Mac 10 was in the grass and I ran like a cheetah with thoughts of an assassin. Picked the Mac up, told brothers back up. The Mac spit, lead was hitting niggas. One ran, I made them backflip. Heard a few chicks scream, my arm shook, couldn't look. Gave another squeeze, heard it click. Yo, my shit is stuck. Try to cock it. It wouldn't move, now I'm in danger. Finally pulled it back and saw 3 bullets caught up in the chamber. So now I'm jetting through the building lobby. And it was full of children, probably couldn't see as high as I be. It's like the game ain't the same. Got younger niggas pulling the trigger, bringing fame to their name and claim some corners. Crews without guns is goners. In broad daylight, stick up kids, they run up on us. 4.5s and gauges, max and facts, same niggas is catching back to back. Snatching your cracks in black. Yo, it's a snitch on the block getting niggas knocked. So hold your stash to the cold price drop. I know this crackhead who says she gotta smoke nice rock. And if it's good, she bring your customers and measuring pots. But yo, you gotta slide on a vacation. That's how greasy them bars was. They have a nigga like this. You gotta slide on a vacation. And side information keeps large niggas erasing in they wild basin. Point to the story is, those bars, nobody had ever heard bars like that before. Yeah, we had G-raps, but nobody had ever heard bars like that before. And niggas lost their minds. So when niggas like Mobb Deep, who was in the same housing projects in the vicinity and knew Nas personally, and so when they heard that, they absorbed those files like, oh, nah, this nigga upgraded the system. When Nas upgraded the system like that, it made Mobb Deep go make the infamous. They was spitting, but they wasn't spitting shit like that. When they heard those fouls, niggas be running through the block shooting. 3 bullets in the chamber. It was too descriptive. It was too street. It was the streetest rhymes you had ever heard in your life. Nobody had ever rhymed this street. Ever. Nobody was this descriptive. Ever. So that influenced the mob to say, you know what? Now we gonna come out with some shit repping the bridge. And it's gonna be even harder. And then when they dropped the infamous, that influenced Nas style to start getting more greasy. You heard? Nas used to be on, yo, I'm poetic. Yeah, shit was greasy already. But Mobb Deep made Nas say, now I got to get extra greasy. Now I got to come out with shit like shootouts, similar to Wild West, broad daylight, face to face without a vest. You know the episode, thug camouflage and spectacles. Peace God to say the lives that the devil sold. See, it was written but was never told. Like, you heard, like, Nas got greasier. And I know this music came out at around the same time, but I know hip hop. And I know when files have been downloaded and uploaded. You heard? When Nas dropped Illmatic, it made Jay-Z say, Jay-Z heard motherfucking Illmatic and said, wait till they get a load of me. Jay-Z heard that Illmatic wordplay. Yeah, he had some bars he was spitting. But he wasn't spitting like he was spitting on dead presidents. That was from Nas, bro. He upgraded niggas in New York. Niggas heard that Illmatic and niggas was like, oh shit. Oh shit. And niggas like Jay started spitting shit like Dead Presidents, which is some of the most lyrical gymnastic shit you ever heard in your life. Both versions, because there's two completely different versions of Dead Presidents. You feel what I'm saying? Both of them shits is astronomical. On the Uptown Hot Block, I got my side sprayed. He got his side sprayed up. You heard? If y'all never seen my interview with DeHaven, shout out to DeHaven from Marcy. If y'all never seen my interview with DeHaven speaks about those bars and how the story of how he really got shot up on an Uptown Hot Block. He got his side sprayed up. You heard? Like, niggas' bars started getting crazy off of Illy. So Illy kind of spawned the Infamous, and you know, Protect Your Neck. I mean, Cream and Can It Be All So Simple kind of spawned that Cuban linx. Like, the energy of Can It Be All So Simple and Cuban linx. Yo, I remember when I was a kid, word of everything I love. Like, you know, when you young, you be mad at impressionable. Like, I used to believe every word niggas say on the track. Now that I'm older, I realize that some of this shit actually was true shit that niggas went through and all of that. But I remember that line where that nigga was like, and just to make sure I caught Wreck and Rip shot, I pointed a gat at his mother's knot. Like, I was like, damn, this nigga.
Great night, guys.
This nigga a gangster. You heard? All right? This nigga a motherfucking gangster. You heard? Nigga talking about I pointed a gat at his mother's knot. God damn. I was believing all of that, bro. You heard? So it's like, yo, you gotta be careful with your kids at these ages, 16 and 17. They be highly impressionable and they believe everything they hear on a record. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, my G's, those two albums was bananas. You heard? Like, they was insane. That Infamous album was just like, you know, you had songs on there like Give Up the Goods that was just so bananas. Like, it was just so crazy. Like, the lyrics on that joint was just so crazy. Like, it was super gangster. Like, you know, some of this music we listen to, bro, was toxic. Like, let's keep it real. Shit was toxic, but it is an art form. Like, you know, art is crazy, bro, because gangster rap is an art form. Like, I know niggas that's born again Christians. I know niggas that's completely out the game, that them niggas ain't in the game no more. They don't do nothing in the streets. I know niggas that, you know, they work a 9-to-5 job and they walk the straight and narrow and they don't fuck with none of that. But they still spit gangster rap because gangster rap itself is an art form, bro. No matter how much we say that shit is toxic, but it is an art form. There are some people out there that they love gangster rap and they're gonna keep it alive. You feel me? It doesn't mean that they're in the streets doing that dumb shit. It don't mean that they promote that dumb shit, but it is an American art form, bro. Gangster rap is an American art form. Like, we spit it. That don't mean we like, yeah, nigga, fuck that, kill niggas in real life. But it is an art form to spit gangster shit over a fire-ass beat and make it sound like poetry, education, and a movie at the same time. This is an art form right here. You feel me? So some people, they don't understand that, and they in the gangster rap game because they really gangsters or they really want to do gangster shit. But then you got those like myself. My bro, I done did shit in the streets. I don't give a fuck about street shit. I done did shit. I done ran around with guns. I done sold drugs. I done did it all, bro. But when it comes to rap, this shit is art, my dude. It is an art form. What I'm doing is painting a picture from a street dude's perspective, from a gangster, not just my perspective, but from a general street dude's perspective. An intelligent street dude, sometimes an ignorant street dude, sometimes a street dude that don't give a fuck, because this shit is also therapeutic, this gangster rap stuff, bro. You heard? Sometimes a dude got shit pimped, like you gotta put that shit on wax instead of doing it in real life. Sometimes that gangster rap shit represents a side of you where if it wasn't no consequences for my action and clown niggas that got me mad, I could just be this nigga. You feel me? But in real life, you can't be that nigga. So you gotta therapeutically spit those bars on the track just to get it off your chest. You feel what I'm saying? So this shit is really an art form, and people don't understand that. And they just think, oh, it's gangster shit. They prosecuting dudes by their lyrics and stuff like that. Bro, this shit is an art form, bro. Dudes is in a house in Jersey somewhere, clicking their remote, chilling. They ain't out in the streets trying to do dumb shit, but it's an art form, this gangster rap, and we keep this shit alive because, you know, what we gonna do? We gonna let it die? And those that understand it, you know, they see people, like, you will see a dude, like, you know, that spit this real gangster shit. You know how many dudes that I done spit all type of gangster shit? They see me and, yo, Laz, what's up, bro? Yo, I'm a fan. You know what I mean? Yo, I used to follow your music. It ain't, yo, nigga, I see you. Yeah, you a real nigga, right? You talked about murdering 9 niggas. And, like, nah, my nigga. Niggas understand that this shit is music. No matter how hard and gangster and tough this shit is, it's music, bro. And then some people, like, you know, the drill rap shit, they take it to the next level. You heard? Like, we keeping it an art form. Some niggas is keeping that shit just reality television. Like, nah, I'm good with that. I ain't gonna be talking about nothing that I'm really doing in detail. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm gonna start popping up on here and talking some good hip hop. Let me get to some of these comments though, man. All right, I'm going from the newest to the joint. Yurt. But yeah, my G's. Jizzman pause was really good. BMG was popping. Majesty Roberts was really out that Brownsville elevator, tell her hey to chill. Seeing niggas killed for pills and thrills in a still frame. Drug lords, ill chains, niggas up the hill. I said in a still frame, thug lords, ill chains, niggas up the hill. Cane, brain, and powder. Every hour hurt, piss on the cow with birth, twists up the... I said every hour hurt, piss on the cow with birth, twists up the sour perk, back to the stuffing. That stovetop, 2 solid gold pops, do... I said, whoa. I said, whoa. I said, hold on. In a still frame, drug lords, ill chains, niggas up the hill, gangs, brains, and powder. Every hour hurt, twists up the sour perk. But I said every hour hurt, twists up the sour perk. Forgot what I said, but I said back to the stuffing. That stovetop, 2 solid gold pots. Duke, I will throw shots. Who? I don't know, cops. Where's the lawyer? Here's a Goya can. Dropped in a pillowcase, knock off a nigga face. New case bail, 8 pounds of hate mail. 6 in a state jail, some turn gay male. I was wide bar, plus getting high paw like I couldn't. Light skin Brooklyn. Yeah. Forgot what I said, but I said slam like Booker T. And take a look at me. Now that's my song, Go Brooklyn. If you ain't see that new Talib Kweli video with your boy in it called Go Brooklyn, go check that out. But I had a song called Go Brooklyn. Matter of fact, it ain't called Go Brooklyn. It's called Long Time Coming, pause. But it got that sample in it. Go Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Brooklyn. Go. Yo, I went crazy on that joint though. I said I make parrots hate. Blame on the carrot game. Big automatic thing. Leave shit shattering. I'm inhabiting. Block is mine. My cock for swine. I pops my 9. Y'all lucky I don't be remembering my bars, bro. You heard? Y'all lucky I don't be remembering my bars, my G. But yeah, that long time coming. I said some things on that nigga. I said some things on that baby. I said some things on that baby skins. You heard? I said some things on that baby skins. Hold on, let me see if I could. Come on, my G's. So I had the factory reset my phone, man. You know, I'm tight, bro. I lost my meta glasses, man. Oh, man, shit got me heated, bro. You heard? I don't know how I lost these shits, bro. That shit got me burnt. You heard? Fuck out of here. I don't like taking no L's. Lost my meta glasses. That shit got me tight. You heard? Ready to pull an old school Midtown robbery, like, Walk up to somebody, yo, give me this 300, nigga. I need my medic glasses back. Just run up the block. Somewhere out there's a nigga that's so loose on live, he do shit like that. Like, yo, we out here tonight, we gonna catch a robbery on live. You heard? Somewhere out there's a nigga that's doing robberies on live. Automatic thing, leave shit shattering. I'm inhabiting, block is mine. My crack for Schwan. Alright, man, listen, man. I mean, Sykes was popping, London was really good. Yeah, murder music was bananas, but I don't think it was as bananas as the Infamous, but it was bananas. It was bananas. Rams, New York. Rico Sean said is the Infamous. I break bread, ribs, $100 bills, chip peel on Bacardis, another 4 rails, only the don't mills. I keep it Charles, nigga. My niggas bullshit on the grill. I don't fuck around, homie. I'm most real. I gave birth to your whole style and feel. How does it feel to hold my dick in public? Cock blower, infamous rap cloner. That's me and you do it live on stage for Dolo. I smash niggas like you, bash niggas by the tools. Show and prove, mad cocky. That nigga was acting dumb on that. You heard? Did a buckle for my shit and rapped your Audi. I love when that nigga be like, gives a fuck really. I miss my nigga Twin daily, so I could join the rest of my peeps up into heaven. You rap niggas make me laugh, y'all crazy ass, and I don't give a fuck what you sold. That shit is trash. Bang this. You heard? That was my shit though. Yeah, my G's. But yeah, man, I'm looking at some of these shamans. You heard? See, a lot of y'all dudes be claiming murder music is because y'all young. Like my son Bucker be doing that. He be like, yo, son, I fuck with murder music. Yeah, son, because your ass was young when that Inf came out. Y'all ain't grist. Come on, copyright. Nigga driving by with that copyright infringement, man. James said the Infamous. Barely the Billy said Raekwon, incarcerated Scarfaces, and all of that. Matter of fact, it's Hell on Earth that I'm thinking about. I'm not even thinking about murder music. It's Hell on Earth. Woo, that beat right there, though. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That beat for Hell on Earth. Hell on Earth, who's next and wanna die first? And the projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, that shit was dumb. That Hell on Earth beat, oh my God. Whoa. That shit was different. Sean Harris, that's your whole fact. ABJ said nothing beats the Purple Tape to me, but Infamous is a borderline top 10 rap album ever. You heard? Yeah, man, it's hard. You know, some people just feel like, yo, ain't nothing beating the Infamous, and some people feel like, yo, ain't nothing beating Cuban linx, man. It's rough, man. Brutally honest said Infamous. Lennox Road, Poe, was pamping. City Noise was pamping. Young Kaz was pamping. My bro Demetrius in the building was really good. My son said I gotta give him slight. Nigga said Infamous by nose. Nigga said Infamous by nose, man. I'm trying to blue you up, son, and that shit ain't blowing you up. I guess because I'm in this weird, wide format, but I'm trying to blue my son up, man. You heard? But my son Demetrius in the building, my nigga. You heard? Gen Pop Gang, we in the building. But it's like, yeah, son, you know, nigga says son gotta give it to Infamous by nose. You heard? Ernisa, man, like, you know, you gotta come in, you gotta step into 2025, bro. You know, this a Goran's brother. I've been rocking these Goran brothers hats for years. You heard? I done had the GOAT joint. I done had a whole bunch of these joints. You heard? This one say Bandit because I'm a Brooklyn Bandit. You heard? I know you like this hat, man. Go to GoranBrothers.com, man. Go get you a hat, man. You heard? Know what I mean? Nigga talk about, yo, the trash. Son, go to GoranBrothers.com, bro. Tell them Last Century. Go get you a hat, my nigga, because they hats is fire. You heard? You know, I'm going to keep it real with you. You know, I still throw a little regular snapback on every now and then, but I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. You know, when you rocking one of them snapback, with them regular fitteds nowadays and snapback, you looking like one of them cartoon characters from off of the nigga shirts on in the 90s with the big sneakers. You heard? With big ass sneakers, and you got the hat, the New York hat on, my nigga. Like, you looking like Jay-Z on motherfucking, you know, throw your hands up. 4 a.m. on the way to the club. Like, you still looking like Jay-Z from 4 a.m. on the way to the club. You heard? So you gotta switch it up sometimes with the hat, with the headwear, bro. Pause. You can't always have a regular New York fitted or New York. Like, my nigga, this 2025, niggas rocking trucker hats and dad hats out here, bro. You know what I mean? You know, I understand. I'm old too, bro. I'm old too, but I'm really in these streets all day, every day. So, you know, I'm hip to what the fuck is going on out here. You heard? Some of these niggas, man, they don't never leave a motherfucking. They ain't been in Brooklyn in 10 years. Like, some niggas ain't been in Brooklyn in 10 years. Unless it was to film a video. You feel me? Niggas don't be in the town like that. So, you know, niggas don't be really knowing and understanding what's really out here doing, what's going down, my nigga. These Goran brother hats, though, these is fire, my G's. These is fire. They took over the game with these shits. They've been in the game for some years now. You heard? But, yeah, my G's, go get you a hat, man. You heard? Hat on me, my nigga. You heard? Holla at me. I'm gonna send 40 pieces. These is 40. I'm gonna send a 40 piece to your Cash App, my nigga, so you can get you a good Goran Brothers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, my G's. Trucker gang, man. I mean, you know what it is, my nigga. Shout out to my truck gang niggas out there, man. Truck gang. You heard? Niggas out there driving them trucks, my nigga. Out there driving them motherfucking vehicles, listening to the station, my nigga. That's why I'm repping that truck hat, my nigga. Truck gang is on deck, my G's. Come on, my G's. You gotta step your headwear up, my nigga. It's 2025, my nigga. Put something new and exclusive on your dome piece, my nigga. Pause. You heard? You can't be running around with that motherfucking throw your hands up, fellas. Throw your hands up. 4 a.m. on the way to the club. You can't have that shit every day. Like, you can have that. Sometimes I rock my regular, you know what I mean? You can have that, but you got to mix it up, my nigga. You got to mix it up, baby. You got to get you a couple of dad hats, couple of trucker hats, you know, snapbacks and all of that. If you still running up in the spot on, yo, I need a 7 3/4. Like, my nigga, like, you looking like you got a Button My Fly shirt on. You remember them Levi shirts, Button My Fly? Like, you might as well get a Button My Fly shirt on, my nigga, with a big acid wash Guess jeans. But I ain't knocking you, my nigga. You heard? You wanna rock a motherfucking, you want that Jay-Z the Dynasty on, you can rock your Jay-Z the Dynasty, my nigga. I'll be wearing my little trucker hats and all of that. You heard? I'm fly, my nigga. You heard? Unk Life. This my merch, man. You heard? It's funny, bro, because this the first design I ever made, and this shit is the highest selling joint on my site. Like, people simple out there, man. They want that Unk Life. I rep that Unk Life, my nigga. I'm an Unk. Shout out to a bro left a comment. Say, yo, I'm 49 years old, man. So I don't give a fuck about clothes, man. And I feel that, bro. Like, I like to dress, but it's also a side of me, my nigga. I want to throw a pair of motherfucking sweats on with some slides, and that's it, my nigga. I'm good. I done worked hard all my life, my nigga. I'm in vacation mode for the rest of my life, my nigga. I got sweats and slides on, my nigga. You heard? I'm not breaking my neck trying to motherfucking look cute for niggas. Who the fuck I'm looking cute for, my nigga? I'm married. I got a bitch. I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? And I had 1,000 bitches when I was a dirt bum nigga. When I was a bum nigga, I was bagging badder bitches than a lot of these niggas could bag when they at the height of whatever they think they at. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, my G's, I want real money. Like, I don't give a fuck about clothes nowadays. Like, yeah, you know, we all like, I'm at that age, my nigga, where it's hard for me to pull a trigger on a $200 pair of sneakers. Like, that's just irresponsible to me now. I got kids and shit. Like, I go up in the store, I be like, 200 with tax? Damn. I don't know if I care about my feet like that anymore. You heard? At one point, you know, niggas who really know me. At one point, my nigga, I had like 10 pair of Pradas, my nigga. You heard? Like, word to my mother. Anybody who knows me, really knows me, knows that, son. I had the white and red shits, the all black shits, the black and gray shits, the green and fucking gray shits, the all yellow shits. My nigga, I done had so many motherfucking pair World Cup Pradas, my nigga. Niggas used to call me. I'm not even gonna go there. But everybody who really knows me, nigga, I was a point in time, my nigga, where any color of them shits dropped, I was trying to cop them shits, my nigga. You heard? Paying $400 and all that dumb shit for a pair of kicks, Maury's. Like, I done had all of that shit, my nigga, when I was young. As you get older, my nigga, I don't give a fuck about that. I was riding around in my Audi Q7, my nigga, with a regular ass t-shirt on, with a pair of slides, regular ass sweats. My nigga, I'm Gooch, my nigga. You heard? I'm Gooch, like. Give a fuck about what niggas, man. My garments, man. Fuck about my garments, man. Goodgarments.com, though, you heard? Yeah, you get to a certain age, you be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, man. Listen, my nigga. I need a stock tip. Nigga. Yersk. Yo, that's crazy that you said that. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Majesty. You be saying a lot of shit, bro, that I don't know. You be saying a lot of universal shit that, like, real talk. Like, I just finished speaking to my bro Judu today. Shout out to my nigga Judu from Marcy. You heard? I just finished speaking to Judu a couple of hours ago. You heard? And you spitting Judu bars. You feel what I'm saying? And then you said some other shit yesterday. I can't remember what you said. You said some shit, and I swear to you, I happen to be, hold on, let me think, hold on. I forgot what it was, but I just happened to have just listened to that song, and you mentioned the person. Frank Blanco, SBG, Slim Blunt Gang in the building, you already Snow Cone. I told y'all dudes, I'm relaunching a whole Slim Blunt Gang campaign come October, you heard? When October come, it's gonna get scary. You know Halloween is in October. It's gonna get scary. Come October, when I drop this Slim Blunt Gang campaign. You heard? So if you out there and you represent that Slim Blunt Gang, you know, because what the Slim Blunt Gang is about is, you know, first of all, you know, we ain't with none of that nigga dumping a whole eighth into a joint trying to prove that they smoke big and crazy. We don't do none of that, my G's. We up north niggas and, you know, older niggas that we don't need all of that. You heard? So we smoke that type of Frank, pause, that shit is official with. You ain't got to be rolling no big, stupid, dumb. That's that garbage if you got to roll some big, wild, crazy shit. Nah, bro, we smoke that fire. So all you got to roll is a little Slim Blunt on that, and you going to be right. You heard? That's what the Slim Blunt Gang represents. Having that fantastic herbalism. I'm dealing with fantastic herbalism only. Because if that herbalism ain't fantastic, I can't roll a Slim Bliggity out of that and be right. You feel what I'm saying? So when I launch that Slim Blunt Gang, make sure y'all be on point, bro. This is going down, and I got some special surprises for you with that Slim Blunt game. You heard? We going into business. Shout out to my bro Demetrius. We not even keeping it a secret no more, son. We ain't got nothing to keep a secret, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about the secret. Nigga, we about to go into business and get millions of dollars. It is what it is, nigga. What the fuck we gonna do? You know, we was talking about this today too. You know, it's rough living in New York City, man. There's so many bad chicks out here. It's just rough and harsh for a human soul, man. You can't reach evolution and enlightenment out here, my nigga. You got to take your ass to North Dakota or some shit like that. Like you can't reach it out here, my nigga. There's too many things out here, my nigga. You heard? You could bring a motherfucking head Buddhist. You could go find the head Buddhist of the world, nigga. Bring that nigga out here. Bring him to Chinatown. He gonna be like, God damn. You heard? Bring the head Buddhist. Bring that nigga to Soho right quick. You heard? Walk him from Soho to Chinatown right quick. On a summer night. He gonna be like, God damn. You heard? He just gonna go silent. Like, oh. They gonna go on the street corner and ball up. Like, oh. Like, yeah, nigga. That ass is out here, nigga. Asian ass and all of that. You know, when you get older, man, you know, when you get an older dude, you become an older dude like me, you know, you look at people, you be like, yo, these chicks, like, you know, we was once those people, like, we in our 20s, like, we thinking, hey, we just want to bang out. That's it. I'll be looking at some of these people, man, in their 20s and shit. I'll be like, damn, bro, like, that's all you want to do is, you know, dress as sexy as you possibly can dress on the planet and parade that around in front of wolves like me. Like, this shit rough, my G's. You know? I ain't so much chicks in their 20s, but I'm just saying chicks in their 20s, they be extra with it because they in their 20s. They don't give a fuck. They wildin'. 30s, 40s. Be wild. I just came off the train a little while ago. Traino in the building, you heard? I came off the train a little while ago. As soon as I come off the train, I'm just seeing two black chicks coming down the stairs bad like this, yeah, with some crazy shit on. I'm like, damn. I used to be a thirst ball, but now I be chilling, my nigga, you heard? I be chilling, man. You gotta know, you know, when you get to a certain age in life, you say to yourself, can't fuck anything, my nigga. You know, like, you gotta tell that to yourself when you get a certain, yo, bro, you can't fuck everything, my nigga. Like, what you gonna do, my nigga? Some niggas, they don't get it, man. Some niggas 60 cash, they still at the club like this, yeah. You heard? Like, some niggas, man, they just going out like, man, listen, I'm gonna be 75 cash in the club like this, yeah, which pad me, let's slide off. Nigga gotta take 6 Viagras. Nigga popping 6 Vias like this. When it get to the point where I gotta pop a Viagra, I ain't fucking with it no more, my nigga. Cause I ain't trying to die. I ain't trying to have that shit stop my heart and shit. You know, old motherfuckers, y'all niggas be crazy. Like, you know, niggas won't give up on their sex life. Nigga 79. Nigga 79 cash. Nigga like, I ain't giving up on this shit, nigga. Prescribe me some shit, nigga. Niggas ordering shit on the black market like this. Let me get 14 of these off the black market. Every nigga getting generic Viagra in the mail like this. Gloop. I know niggas that's young that be popping Viagras just so they could blow a chick back out like this. Gloop. Like, my dude, I ain't doing that, my dude. I ain't doing that, my dude. I don't need no Viagra. Give me some motherfucking... Give me some Hennessy, nigga. Yerk. But yeah, my G's, man, I'm just out here in the city, man. I'm chilling, man. It's nice. It's beautiful weather out here tonight. It's not that type of weather that's mad, ridiculous, hot. You sweating every 2 seconds and all of that. It's not that, man. It's nice out here tonight, man. Yersh. I'm about to get back in them comments. Let me roll up my slim blunt, though. Yersh. Yo, I'm gonna tell a story too, because I'm gonna tell this story on when I finish this, when I get off a live with y'all, I'm gonna tell this story for TikTok. You heard? So I might as well practice it with y'all. So boom, you know, I was in Ocean City the other day, right? You know, they tore down a lot of stuff in Atlantic City, and now they tried to make it 2 different districts, like Atlantic City and Ocean City. Right? It's right next to Atlantic City, but Ocean City got the Ocean City Resort and all of that. And you know, I go there every year and shit. Me and my kids, we be chilling, get on that beach. I need to get in that beach water, you heard? So check it, right? You know, on the last day that I was there, I had a good time chilling. You know, that shit is dumb expensive in there. Like niggas going to Wahlburgers. I'm going to Wahlburgers with my family, me and my daughters and, you know, my son and shit. Like, we spending $200 every time we go into Wahlburgers. Like, that's how expensive the resort is. Everything is expensive. You heard? So, but we prepare for that. So boom, right? So check it, right? This was some crazy shit, and I wasn't even going to tell this story because, you know, I wasn't proud of myself, but it's real shit that I got to talk about. So boom, we about to bounce. We done checked out already. You heard? We done checked out. I'm like, yo, before I check out, though, I'm getting up in that good water. I'm getting up in that good beach water. Like, you know, I went in the beach water. I'm going to keep it real. Like, I mean, I told y'all the science behind that ocean water is that water been here since the beginning of time and will be here. It's here now and it'll be here in the future. So that water contains the powers and the understandings of the past, present, and future, because that water is just a solidified part of the earth that is never going nowhere, and it's been here since the beginning of time, since the dinosaurs. The same water that's in the ocean been here. So sometimes you got to get up in that ocean and you got to communicate with that ocean because it ain't nothing but a form of energy. So I went in the ocean water and I was meditating crazy. You feel me? Meditating crazy, talking to the water like deep shit, bro. And the water was responding. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, you know, shit sound bugged out. But, you know, if you know the sciences of energy and the sciences of the planet, it ain't really that bugged out. You heard? I communicate with that water. That water is been here forever. It's godly. You feel what I'm saying? And I be amping the water. I be telling the water, yo, nigga, you that nigga. You been here forever, nigga. You heard? And the water be blessing me. But, so check it, right? So I go on the beach, right? I go on the beach. Now, when you go to the resort, they got a section of the beach that, you know, it ain't private, but it's mainly for people that go to the resort and pay for the resort. People could come on there, but it seems like it's a private section of the beach for the people that's in the resort, right? It looks that way. So when I go downstairs to go to the beach, I see that they doing some construction, like they getting ready for some type of concert or something like that that's gonna be on the beach. So they got a fence, like a plastic fence around a certain area of the beach, right? Hold on. So I come over there and I peep the scenery and I see that, yeah, that section of the sand is closed off, but people are still in the water. Like, it's like literally 5 or 6 white people in the water, right? Splashing around. And then there's another old white couple right there sitting on the rocks taking pictures, right? Word to everything I love, son. Now, I mean, this is a story about black psychology. Word to everything I love. It's a black security guard sitting on the beach where they got the piece closed off where nobody could go, right? So he's sitting on there. Like I said, that part is closed off, the sand. But in the water, it's 5 or 6 white people. Is a old white couple taking pictures on the side, right in front of where the security guard is sitting. Bro, I go over there, I'm with my daughters. I'm like, yo, we gonna get one more, you know, splash before we leave. This black security guard looks at me and says, yo, this is closed off. You can't come over here. So I look at the water again and I'm like, excuse me? He like, yeah, this is closed off. They about to have an event. You can't come over here. I said, you can't get in the water? He was like, no. I said, but it's 5 or 6 people in the water. He was like, yeah, but it's closed off. So I was like, my bro, get the fuck out of here. And I just kept moving. I kept it moving. This nigga jumps out of his seat. Oh, you don't want to listen? You don't want to listen? All right. And gets on the walkie-talkie. Yo, we got a problem with somebody who don't want to listen. So I said, yo, bro. I said, do you not see 6 white people in the water swimming right now and 2 other white people right there taking pictures on the rocks literally in front of you? You don't see them? I don't hear you telling them that this part of the beach is closed, but you wait to see me with my 2 black daughters to say you can't go over there. I was like, what? Like I said, I kept it moving. This nigga jumps up, get on his walkie-talkie. I said, yo, bro, I lost my cool. I'm going to keep it real with you. His level of coonery and house niggery was so high. I said, what? I said, yo, my nigga, yo, shut the yo, I told that nigga I don't want to get banned on the live. But I told that nigga all time, yo, you slave motherfucking coon bastard. I'm like, nigga, you see a black nigga or what you may think is a Hispanic or black or mixed or whatever you thought. You see me, you go out your way to tell me I can't go in that part of the water while it's 6 white people swimming in the water and 2. Yo, bro, I lost my cool. I'm like, yo, nigga, shut the fuck up. Sit your bum ass down, you dirty bum. Let me explain what this was. You have black people from other places, and I'm not saying all, but you have black people from other places that they're so in line with white people. White people have them so in line that they don't like to see other black people that white people don't have in line. Now, you know I'm from New York. Atlantic City, believe it or not, is a very racist ass place. You heard? The way they treat black people out there, black people are living so below the poverty line out there that they treat black people like the bottom of the barrel. You know, we from New York. I'll come out there, I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. Nigga, I'm out here with my chest out. We eating, we smoking, we drinking, we doing everything, nigga. We throwing money, we doing everything. I don't care about that. I'm not worried about none of these niggas, but you got some black people, they don't like to see other black people that free. It comes from slavery. It comes from the house nigga work versus the field nigga mentality. Some motherfuckers don't like to see black people living it. I said, yo, bro, I just spent $3,000 here. Maybe more than that. But I said, bro, I just spent $3,000 in this place. I don't want to hear you telling me nothing, nigga. So while I'm arguing with this dude, yo, this nigga jumping up, going crazy, and he's going crazy and screaming and making calls because, like I said, he doesn't like my level of freedom. So I see some white captain nigga come running on the beach like he gonna do something. I said, yo, that nigga calling the cops for me. I say, cause he's like, yo, I'm gonna call the cops, whatever. I said, yo, that dude is calling for me because I told him he's scared to death to tell a white person they can't. And this is word to everything I love, my G's. While I'm arguing with this dude, white people, and I hate that it's white people, but niggas scared of white people because you ain't telling them nothing. So I hate to keep playing the race card, but while I'm arguing with this dude, a white couple comes walking past and goes towards the area where he said I can't go. So I'm like, yo, I'm like, my nigga, handle your business. He like, yo, don't worry about them. Worry about you. I'm saying, no. You said this side of the beach is closed. Here is a brand new white couple walking on the... You ain't telling them niggas nothing. Because you fear them white motherfuckers, my nigga. You scared to exercise your authority with them. But with me, you quick to tell me, yo, nah, you can't go over there. What? Like I said, I don't want to get banned, but I tweaked on son. This nigga start talking about, yo, I'm going to call my son. I'm going to call my son. And I said, yo, bro, you're going to call your son and you're going to get your son beat the fuck up on this beach, my nigga. You heard? I'm just keeping it real with you. If you love your son, you won't call him. Because if you call your son, soon as he come on the beach, I'm going to be like this. Ming, 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 mang, ming, mang, ming, ming, ming. You heard? Then I'm going to fuck you and your son up. And I'm going to drag y'all niggas through the sand. And I'm going to lift you up and I'm going to throw your ass in the water. In your security uniform. You heard? These are the things that's going to happen. So if you love your child, now check it, right? Let's be real. Son racially discriminated against me. It was 6, 7 white people in the water, bro. The nigga told me, yo, you can't go over there, right? You ain't telling these niggas nothing, right? Then you talking about you gonna get your son. You gonna call your son. He fronting like you on the phone. Hurry up and come over here. I got a nigga that wants some problems. Come over here, hurry up. He's saying all of this over the walkie-talkie like his son work in the building too. Like I said, I snatch your son whole arm out of socket. You heard? Slam that nigga like Jimmy Superfly. You heard? Like, but nigga threatened me, bro. Nigga threatened me. So once niggas start talking about calling the cops, we gonna call the cops. I'm out of there, bro. You heard? I'm never gonna stay around for the cops to come. Like, I'm good. I'm out of there. I've been locked up too many times. So I'm like, yo, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But I made sure that I cursed son out royally. You heard? We walking down the boardwalk. I'm like, where is my oldest daughter? My daughter is 17. I'm like, where is my daughter? Why the hell is she taking so long when you just heard somebody said they calling the schwiggity backs? I'm like, let's go. Come to find out, my daughter was on that beach airing the supervisor out on some cam. My daughter was like, people don't know how much of a Karen that I am. You know, my daughter was like, first of all, he didn't say anything to anybody white. He picked us out of the crowd and told us that we couldn't go over there. Then he's getting on the phone threatening. So I had to tell my daughter just was talking to the supervisor, like, yo, I'm sorry, ma'am. You understand? My daughter's 17. This nigga told me, I'm sorry, ma'am. Because my daughter is well-spoken, bro. And she was airing them niggas out. And then, you know, after we was leaving, she was like, no, I'm going to see the supervisor again, and I'm going to mention that. Like, you understand? Because realistically, bro, we could have sued them dudes. Like, you know, black people, we go through a lot of shit, and we don't sue. Because we don't want to go through the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But really, I could have sued them for that, bro. You picked me out. I'm the only black motherfuckers on the beach at the time. You telling me I can't stay there. I can't be over there, right? And then you threatening me with your son, that's a straight lawsuit. The average white person would have just straight sued y'all niggas and came up on a bag. But me, I'm leaving it alone. So my daughter is like, yo, I'm going back over there and I'm going to talk to the supervisor. And I had to tell my daughter, I said, yo, listen, we don't rat. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, I hate that dude and I know that. I said, but at the end of the day, he might have a son, a daughter, a wife that they depending on that paycheck to make it through the month. You feel what I'm saying? And even though he's a douchebag and I can't stand him, I don't want to see no black man lose his job. You feel what I'm saying? So we had a Negro moment. We had a Negro moment and it's over. But I don't want to keep pursuing the shit and, you know, they fuck around and fire his ass or something. And, you know, now, you know, he back drinking and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want that on my conscience. So I said, even though he got me pissed off, we don't do shit like that. So we're going to avoid his supervisor and we're going to get the fuck up out of here. Even though we could go over there and be like, yo, this nigga was threatening me and all of that. We could have did all of that. But I told my daughter, we don't push shit that far. We stand up for ourselves, but we never going to go push the envelope to get a black man fired and shit like that. Like, I don't want that on my conscience, you feel me? Even though he deserves to be fired, we gonna let him slide. You heard? And my daughter was like, no, I don't care. I don't care. He needs to get fired. I'm like, nah, we don't do that. You heard? So we left that alone and we got up out of there. But when I tell that story on TikTok and Instagram, I'm gonna tell you what I really said to that dude. So, nigga, eat giraffe balls, nigga. You heard? Nigga, eat elephant sperm, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Drink elephant sperm, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Crazy? Eat tiger balls, nigga. Fuck. Talking about get up. What? Fuck out of here, nigga. But yeah, man, son was a douchebag, but it is what it is, man. You can't let dudes like that ruin your vacation. But yeah, I'm about to take my kids to see the Statue of Liberty. You know why, man? Because I don't want my kids to be ignorant New Yorkers like me, who've been in New York all my life. And I've been to the Statue of Liberty when I was a kid. But it's like, we be in New York, like we've been in New York all our life. Nobody never been to the Statue of Liberty, top of the Empire State Building. I've been to the top of the Empire State Building. I've been in the top of the Twin Towers back in the days, in the 80s. You feel what I'm saying? But we don't be going to visit that Statue of Liberty and all of that. Yeah, we know what it represents and all that dumb shit, but it's really a big ass statue that you really got to see in real life sometimes and be like, God damn. God damn. So I'm taking my kids on my next paycheck. I'm taking my kids to see the Statue of Liberty. You heard? That shit expensive as a motherfucker, my G's. The circle line to go to the Statue of Liberty, that shit $300 cash for me and my family. That ain't that bad. You heard? That ain't that bad. But remember back in the days when that shit was about 50 cash? Your whole family could go on that shit for like 50 cash back in the days. That shit $300 now, my nigga. It goes around the Hudson and, it comes real close to the Statue of Liberty. That Statue of Liberty is scary. Let me tell you, bro, that Staten Island ferry at nighttime, that shit's scary as a motherfucker, bro. You heard? You don't want to be in that water going to Staten Island at nighttime, pulling up on that green lit up Statue of Liberty. That shit is spooky, nigga. That shit's spooky. I don't like water at nighttime. When you look over the side of the ferry and you be seeing that shit be looking spooky, nigga. But it's like, yeah, man, that Statue of Liberty, I'm running down on that with my family, man, before the summer is over, man. This summer is the fastest summer. Nigga, it's already August. They already putting back to school shit on the TV. Like, come on, man, y'all gotta stop that. You heard? I don't want to see no back to school shopping, nothing, bro. I'm trying to enjoy my summer. Yeah, the ferry, you could go on the ferry and see the Statue of Liberty, but, that shit hood. You might get shot or something on that shit at the same time. You're Valentino Icon, what's poppin'? Peace. Cyrus, that's a whole fact. But now I'm going on that circle line, though, bro. I'm paying that $300. You know what I mean? I'm going to book them tickets. Charlie's Chow down, what's poppin'? I see you in the building. Piff Powers was really good. Every was really good. Real deal was really. Yeah, I told that nigga to eat Cobra balls, nigga. Told that nigga, man, lick Cobra balls, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Playing with me, my dude. Frank Blanco, what's happening? New Jersey, what's really hood? Chilltown Majors. What's with this honey pack stuff I'm hearing? Like, what they saying that honey pack's supposed to get your shit popping or something? I ain't know nothing about that. I be hearing people talk about that honey pack stuff, man. Like, yeah, the Knicks looking great. Like, I've been following up on my Knicks, man. That corny ass Mano situation made me fall off. I was watching the summer league and shit. All that shit jumped off. Now I done lost focus now, but I'm about to be back. You heard? But the Knicks looking great. We just signed Mikal Bridges. You heard? I'm happy they signed Bridges though. Like, you feel me? Like, oh shit. I'm looking at some shit. Yup, my phone could fall down here. I'll be fucked. Oh shit. Where I got my phone linked up, that shit could easily fall down. I would be sick to my stomach. Major game to game, which would happen. Yeah, I'm happy. Niggas be robbing past with them copyright infringements, man. Come on, my G's. But yeah, my son OG. I'm happy they signed Mikal Bridges though, man, because you know, and it makes a dude play better when he got a nice chunky contract, like nice 3-year contract, 4-year contract. You gonna play better, man. You feel at home, alright. Cause remember how OG was when he was there with, you know, when he first came to the Knicks. You know, he thought they was gonna trade him after a year if he didn't do what they needed him to do. So you feel what I'm saying? Son was like, listen, I need a no trade clause. He got a no trade clause, I think, for the first 2 years, I think. He got a no trade clause. Like, yo, my nigga, nobody don't want to be bouncing around and shit. So once they signed OG to that nice, good contract, son just started going crazy. And he more comfortable than ever, so I know he gonna get crazy. But I'm happy Bridges got that motherfucking contract. He left $6 million on the table. You heard? Shout out to Mikal Bridges. He left $6 million on the table. He could have took 156 or whatever. He took 150. He left the Knicks with $6 million to be able to sign another bench piece. You feel what I'm saying? This is what teams is about. Jalen Brunson left 150 million on the table, nigga. Yersh. You think Jalen Brunson care? Nah, my nigga, this New York City, you gonna get the motherfucking, you gonna get those endorsements. Look at your man OG. OG just signed with Skechers. You heard? You think niggas care? Niggas like, man, give me them Skechers. You heard? Skechers cutting checks. So OG just signed with Skechers. He got a shoe. He gonna be wearing them Skechers on the court. You know, Brunson got Brooks Brothers and all type of sponsors. He got his podcast. Nigga be getting that cake, man. Niggas be getting that cake, man. Niggas ain't dependent on no straight NBA check. You heard? So that's why Brunson is the cat, man. He literally left millions and millions of dollars, $100 million and better on the table, man, just to make sure the Knicks can fluctuate, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That kid Gershwan, Yagaswelly, whatever his name is, Gershwan, the kid that came from Philly, the African kid, that nigga's a monster. I remember we was trying to sign him when after the Olympics, when he was acting crazy in the Olympics, we was looking at son, trying to sign son, and Philly snatched him up before us. You heard? I was like, damn. And you know, where it's smoke, there's fire. They was talking about that kid back then, and they got him. Clarkson, like I said, when there's smoke, there's fire, my nigga. We've been talking about Clarkson at the beginning of the season. We was talking about, yo, we might add Clarkson to now we got son. Love him. Love him. Happy to see him out of Utah, my nigga. Happy to see him out of there and in New York. Niggas is coming to the New York Knicks, taking the minimum, the fucking veterans minimum to play with these boys, boy. That's how bad New York want a chip. We actually gonna see a chip, my nigga. If it don't happen this year, it's gonna happen in the next couple of years. But hopefully we do it this year. But it's looking, who the fuck is gonna stop us in the East? Indiana is hurt up. Tyrese Halliburton got a torn Achilles. Boston is hurt up. He got a torn Achilles. They traded half their roster already. We destroyed the Celtics. We brought down the evil empire. You heard? It was that playoff series. Nick Tatum got injured. You know, Jaylen Brown, we proved that he was a ball grabber. You know what I mean? They traded motherfucking Porzingis. You know, they get ready to get Derek White ass. They gonna end up trading that nigga, but they getting Al Horford ass up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? We destroyed their whole empire. So they not stopping us. Cleveland is not stopping us. Orlando is not stopping us. Pablo Banchero, I love you, my nigga. You were one of the greatest players in the NBA, but you ain't stopping these Knicks, God damn it. You heard? Boston is a wrap. Indiana is a wrap. Magic ain't stopping us. Cleveland ain't stopping us. Milwaukee ain't stopping us. Damian Lillard is gone. You heard? Damian Lillard is gone. Motherfucking son can't do it by himself, man. Know what I mean? My son can't do it by himself. Giannis can't do it by himself, man. You heard? So it's a wrap. We going directly back to the finals. We just got to sit around and wait for 82 games. You heard? La la la, bring bing bing bang bing bing bing, bring bang bring 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 bring. These niggas, man. He's gonna have 20 copyright strikes on my live, man. But yeah, Giannis ain't doing it. You heard? Shout out to my son Demetrius. You know, Charlotte. Charlotte ain't doing it. You heard? Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets. Shout out to the whole Charlotte. But they ain't stopping the Knicks. You heard? It's ugly, my nigga. We going straight back to the finals, my nigga. We going to the finals. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? So get ready. It's gonna be us and the Lakers, or us and Golden State. But it's going down, baby. It's going down, baby. Andrew Moncrief, appreciate you for joining that Gen Pop gang, bro. Hope I said your name right. But yeah, I was never, Kobe Bryant is they be wilding talking about they be wilding. The Ville Chung was really good. They be wilding talking about the GOAT being LeBron or Jordan. Like, bro, Kobe was the GOAT. If anybody was the GOAT besides Jordan, it was Kobe, my nigga. And I never been a Kobe nut rider. My son Clint used to have me laughing. That nigga be like, yo, these niggas ain't Laker fans, son. They just Kobe nut riders. Because it was mad Lakers fans in New York prison. Like, niggas love the Lakers. Like, son, you's a Kobe nut rider, son. Let's keep it a whole buckarooski. You feel what I'm saying? But I never was the type of dude that I like a team because they got a certain crazy wow, except for when I was a kid and was highly impressionable. When I became a man, I put the childish things aside. And it was Knicks for life since then. Yours? Hold on, man. Let me stop smilling on camera. Smilly and some white cherry runts right now is type decent. I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you up like the Stanley Cup. Shit is type decent. You heard? Yo, shout out to the bro. Shout out to the bro. I was in Brooklyn yesterday, right? I was on Grand Street, right? And I was about to get on the train over here. I was about to get on the train, right? And I looked down at my shirt and I seen it was a stain on my shirt. So I'm like, yo, let me go to the store and get a bottle of water to wipe this shit off of my shit before I get on the train, right? My shit's standing at the corner on Grand, right across the street from Williamsburg Projects. I seen a bro, this bro drove past, nigga had his whole body outside the car like Tupac. Son had his whole body outside the car like Tupac. He was like this, yo, St. Laz, yo, we outside. I'm like this, you're. And then that nigga just was like, Chano. Nigga was driving down Grand Street like this, Chano. I was like, yo, bro, this shit is getting out of hand, my nigga. This shit is getting out of hand. Everywhere I go, niggas is like this. Yo, Laz, that main old nigga did some bullshit, son. Everywhere I go, my nigga. I'm like, damn, bro. I be trying to be low. My shit was like this yesterday. Nigga was like, Chano. I said, yo, you know what? Nobody got better supporters than me, my nigga. Like, I don't get nothing but love in these streets. You know why? Because I'm a good-ass nigga. I don't do creep shit, crab shit. Anybody that know me know I give you the shirt off my back and the skin off my back if I have to. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just such a good motherfucker. I was a good motherfucker in the penitentiary. I was a good motherfucker on Rikers Island. I was a good motherfucker in the streets to any and everybody who ever fucked me. I never did no snake shit and sucker shit. I don't do shit like that. My name's Z-Lord. So the love I get in these streets, and plus, you know, the stories I told y'all niggas know, man, I give it up, man. I don't be, you know, I try to raise the nations with these shit. So the supporters I got in these streets, man, they real supporters, man. They ain't like some of these niggas got fly-by-night fans and fly-by-night supporters that, you know, they have fuck with you. You heard? These niggas, they fuck with me, my nigga. So, you know, I keep it motherfucking, I keep it tall, my nigga, like a giraffe. But niggas is funny in these streets, my nigga. You heard? Then I was in the liquor store the other day. Shout out to the bros at the liquor store. Nigga was like, yo, lads, man, I fuck with you. I watch your shit, man. He was like, yo, man, don't worry about nothing these motherfucking haters is saying to you. And that shit be getting me mad, because I be like, my nigga, listen, my nigga. Listen, my nigga. My name's Z-Lord. I be getting mad that y'all that the fans be out there thinking that, you know, that shit puts a dent in my armor. Nah, I don't put a dent in my armor, my nigga. You heard? I'm mad confident in who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I know who the fuck I be, my nigga. I'm not out here trying to impress nobody. I'm just out here chilling. I'm a regular New Yorker just like y'all. You feel what I'm saying? But I be like, yo, this nigga, man, nigga antagonist, nigga got my fans mad, man. They got my supporters mad, man. I don't like that, man. You heard? My supporters is trying to focus on positive things, man. But niggas is funny in New York City, man. I love this city, man. But I don't never want y'all niggas to think that, you heard, I would never let anybody's hate make me feel a certain way and all of that. Nah, son. I mean, I you know, I done had too many motherfucking bad broads. You know, I done had too many looks. You heard? I done had money. I done had too many big whips, luxury whips. I done had too much real jewelry. Like, I don't care about none of that shit no more, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That shit corny. If it ain't acres of land, my nigga, it don't impress me. You heard? If that shit ain't owning a business and owning land, it don't impress me no more, my nigga. Paperboy was popping. Yo, I regret that line, my nigga. You heard? That line is too harsh, man. That's one of my most harshest lines, man. A lot of people know me for that line, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now that I'm an older dude, I feel bad about saying that line, man. So when I hear that shit, it kind of makes me cringe a little bit. Like, it's a lot of people who got a dead pops, man. I don't want to offend them like that, you feel me? But at the time, I was young, you feel me? And I just was a monster on that MIC. I can't help it. I said, prophesize, nigga. But while I'm here, I'm going to optimize, nigga. What is love for snitches? Allah bought gloves for snitches. Damn, I'm gone, man. I said Allah bought gloves for snitches. Lost many niggas' bloods for riches. Word up. Let me show you how them black boys go to war. 8 holding on the Mac toys. No remorse for nothing. Or think about the cost of nothing. Niggas turn you into corpse or something. No frontin', nigga, text be in every home. And you a fool thinking bugs ain't in every phone. Slow nigga, ain't you never seen a cold nigga? Upstate, no date, no parole, nigga. I thought not. Let me tell you that I bought not near album since the last 34 drop. That's word to mother, nigga. Murder up my brother, nigga. He tried to stop me, get this house up for my mother, nigga. I'm not playing, and before I see the P now, cops laying rave number on the read dial. Stop playing with niggas, or Pottersville laying in niggas. We bomb spots, caving in niggas, Arabian niggas, AKs long and absurd. Send the pain, many planes if you wrong and deserve. We emerge from alleys and stop signs, burn Denali's, where the rock shines, furs and valleys. Don't grab me, nigga, slugs like a caddy, nigga. Pop's dead. No need for laughs, nigga. Last come in stereo. And not the type to stick my dick inside of every hoe. I'ma stop 200. Unless a nigga pop 200, I'm all up on your block. Who run it? Who done it but last? I spray cars, blood up the glass. What you know about gun up the ass? Long mass in service. To see man's cats is nervous. Nigga come up on the Ave, it's murders. Nigga Bucker got an MP. Infrared case of sucker trying to wet me. Hit him dead, nigga Liggy got a Mac. Dash, squeeze the clip in and put you on your fat ass. Ease the lip, nigga Bucker got an MP. Infrared case of sucker try to wet me. Hit him dead, nigga Liggy got the Mac. Dash, squeeze the clip in and put you on your fat ass. Ease the lip, nigga. You heard? I spit a little bars. You heard? I spit a little bars or two. You know, I ain't the best, but I done spit a bar or two. You heard? When my son said I'm in the slums eating white rice and fresh no peas, what's the conflict? Busting at divine EAs with nines we sprayed and time we divine these days. I can't remember what son said. Nigga said what he said? We believe in the Most High. It ain't the signs we praise. Yeah, man, we smarter than most. We ain't the average type. Gas turn your moms into ghosts. My automatics fight battles for me. Snake niggas wanna rattle on me while my 9 big niggas like apple turnovers. What my son said, while my 9 big niggas like apple turnovers. We castle turnover, burn every last soldier and turn over every last boulder in the premises. Roll my peeps until the end of this. Thug nigga known to the police as a nemesis. Woo! My son was wilding on that. Yersh. But I'm gonna tell you where Bucker really was wilding. Woo! That can't bring us down. That nigga said, what my nigga said? That nigga said, that nigga was like, know the ledge, nigga. But that nigga said, know the ledge, nigga. On the head, nigga. 100 shot calico, go to bed, nigga. Give up. My son said, my son spit some of the most wildest bars ever spit in life, my nigga. That nigga said, 100 shot calico, go to bed, nigga. Give a fuck if you blood, Crip, or Al Qaeda. Give it to a nigga said, my son said, give a fuck if you blood, Crip, or Al Qaeda. Give it to a thug fresh out of Elmira. Welcome home, wake up, it's the hell zone. Bell phone, name ring like a cell phone. Turn up when I blam crons. We the last dawns. Got the stash alarms. Throw a party at LaGuardia with plasma bombs. Can Psalms 35 save you from me? 4-5 make the pavement bloody. I forgot what my son said, but he went crazy, nigga. Nigga said, I don't smile like the Sergeant FEMA. Go to trial, I'ma violate a large leader. Go to chow. How my son gonna say that, though? He said, I don't smile like the Sergeant FEMA. Go to trial, I'ma violate a large leader. Woo! We was some motherfuckers, them PF boys. We was some motherfuckers on them beats now. You heard? It's a whole fact, my G. Niggas said, while my burner big niggas like apple turnovers. Niggas said, oh man, my son was acting up on that. You heard? Nah, we got that heat, man. Longevity just, you already snow cone. You heard? My son Bucker, man. Listen, my nigga. My son Bucker, the closest thing I ever heard to Nas. I'ma keep it real with you, my nigga. My son Bucker Loud, that nigga is the closest thing I ever heard to Nasir Jones, my nigga. On some G shit. He a Virgo too. But that nigga Bucker done spit some shit. That boy he's silly. He's just silly. You heard? Like, niggas don't be knowing. Like, niggas better start getting that nigga Bucker on some tracks, my nigga. Bucker is an anomaly, my nigga. That nigga spit different, my nigga. I'ma tell you, Bucker go crazy on that mic. Ain't nobody fucking with that nigga. I tell him all the time, son, when I'm on a track with Bucker, I'm just trying to stay alive, my nigga. Word is Bon Jovi. When I'm on a track with that nigga, son, I'm just trying to stay afloat, my nigga. I'm just trying to survive on the track. Cause it ain't no outspitting that nigga, my nigga. That nigga serious. See, in my team, son, when we was rapping, it was never no hate. Like, it was no competition. We not in competition with each other. Who everybody was spitting some heat, my nigga. And when a nigga spit the most heat, we all gave it up. Yo, son, nah, you murdered this, son. It's you, son. Nah, you got the best verse, son. Like, we never had a problem telling each other, yo, son, nah, you got the best verse. This shit, everybody shit crazy, but your shit is crazy. We never been those types, bro. You heard? We never been those types to not give it up to each other. You feel me? Like, you know how some groups, they always in competition with each other. These niggas on my dick, man. How many times y'all niggas gonna fucking ride by flashing lights, nigga? What the fuck? Niggas see me with a little light, with a camera, and you ride, you want to do laps around the block. You know, off my balls, nigga. Straight up. Fuck out of here, nigga. But anyway, yeah, son. We never was on it like that. With that hater shit, though, like, you know, nah, son, you know what I mean? We never was on that, my nigga. If somebody on the team spit that heat, we let it be known, yo, nah, son, you smirk that. You smirk that, son. That's a whole fact. But yeah, all y'all gotta do is go to Spotify and type in st.laz and bring my catalog up. Like, that shit different. You heard? What dead cop you talking about, bro? Oh yeah, you talking about that shit. Yeah, that's probably why they spinning around, because I'm in that neighborhood actually. That's a whole fact, word, because I'm in that neighborhood actually. Tread Mega, wish pappin'. Both Bucker and that nigga OP is nuts, bro. You know what I mean? Both of them niggas is nuts, my nigga. They nuts, you know. Bucker is just that dude, like, you know, we all nuts. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. We all could shock the world with some bars. Everybody in my team in PF, everybody has the ability to shock the world with bars. You heard? But Bucker is an anomaly. You heard? Like, son is an anomaly, my nigga. Like, he was born with it. There's nothing you could do about it. Like, son is crazy. You could put Bucker on a track with any fucking body in this world, my nigga. You could put that nigga on a track with Nas. That's word to my mother, my nigga. You could put my son Bucker Loud. You could put son on a track with Nas. And I promise you, nigga, when that track is over, you won't be able to say who had the better verse, my nigga. And you might say it's my nigga Bucker if you do. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not here to cap. All you gotta do is type in Bucker Loud, St. Laz on Spotify or whatever streaming platform you on. We got a handful of songs that I got on my playlist. You heard? Let me see what Bucker songs I got on Spotify and all these streaming platforms. But I'm just keeping it real with you. My son Bucker from Dykeman, Panamanian. Son is 100% Panamanian, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it real with you. The boy was blessed. The boy was blessed with a gift. You feel me? I spit. I know I spit. But that boy, he was blessed with a gift, my nigga. Everybody ain't got this gift that he got. Opium, my son OP, son is gifted on that mic too. He's a monster. He done spit shit that, you know, some of the best bars you ever heard in your life from any rapper that ever spit. I'm keeping it a buck. Niggas in my team done spit bars, bro, that's maybe some of the best bars you ever heard in your life from any rapper. It's just that we never got on and got our just due like that. But if you go back and listen to them archives, you'll be like, wow. You heard? Like, my nigga, anybody who know Bucker, though, anybody in this city that when they hear that name Bucker, I promise you, my nigga, that nigga got a cult fan base on the low. Niggas don't know that nigga Bucker got a cult fan base on the low, because anybody who has discovered or heard that nigga, They like, nah, that nigga is the truth, the truth. I'ma start pushing Bucker again, my nigga, cause like this shit don't never stop, nigga. This shit don't never stop. We ain't never stopping this rap shit, nigga. I'ma be 90 like this. Yo, I came through, the hammer blew it up. You heard? I'ma be spitting that at 90. But on some G shit, bro. Nah, I'ma start pushing my son Bucka, man, cause that nigga's an anomaly, my nigga. I'ma hit son up. Word, after this conversation, I'm really gonna hit son up. Feel like, yo, son, word to my mother, son. I'ma start pushing son as just my artist, my nigga. You know my shit, man. I do my shit when I do my shit. It is what it is. You feel me? I ain't in a rush to do my own shit. But I'ma start pushing my son Bucker, man, with my son King Taco, man. You heard? It's not a game, my nigga. Shout out to my bro King Taco. Type in King Taco on all music streaming platforms, my nigga. Damn, I got this new phone. I had to factory reset my phone because I had a bug in my shit. I had a bug in my shit so crazy I couldn't even open my motherfucking phone, my nigga. Every app I opened up popped up with a pop-up. I had to factory reset my shit. Let me see how many views that Talib Kweli video got so far. That shit at 67,000 views, my nigga. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I see y'all niggas in them comments. You heard? Shout out to that Gen Pop gang, that Slim Blunt gang. I see y'all niggas in them comments showing me love, bro. And y'all helping that video go viral. All of them extra comments that come from the Gen Pop community, that shit helps that video go viral, bro. You heard? I see mad St. Laz love in them comments. I appreciate y'all dudes. Y'all held it down. You heard? But yeah, that shit got 67,000 views, man. So that's ugly. That's ugly. But I'm gonna give y'all dudes, some of y'all dudes that's in here now, I'm gonna give y'all the names of some songs that I want y'all to listen to that got Bucker on it, so y'all can understand it is not a goddamn yam. All right, first of all, y'all gotta watch that Can't Bring Us Down video. You heard? We got a video called Can't Bring Us Down. Just put in St. Laz and the boy Bucker. Now his name is Bucker Loud. You heard? But it used to be the boy Bucker. But just put in St. Laz Bucker and you're gonna see a video called Can't Bring Us Down. That's this joint. Film that in the Ville. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got an ill story about that video. Wow, that's another story, bro. I gotta tell that shit. Let me write that down before I forget it. Hold on. Let me write that down. That's a whole fact. Can't Bring Us Down story. Shout out to my dude RH Bless. When I filmed that video, I had just came out of a car accident and I thought that I wasn't hurt, but I really was hurt, and I found out at that video shoot, my nigga. Shit crazy. You can see it in my face on certain shots where you think I'm making an ice grill. Nah, my nigga, I wasn't really making an ice grill. I was damn near having a stroke. Yeah. This is crazy, man. Life is crazy, bro. Hey, yo, LAZ, man. Shout out Bars Department. You heard? That's my department. Z-Man, you heard? B-Ville, LAZ. All right, boom. I'm trying to see, man. These dudes be doing a poor job with keeping the shit in order with the songs, bro. Like, come on, my G. There's a million songs. Oh, we got a joint called Back of the Slums. That's recent. We dropped that like a year ago or something. But we got a joint called Back of the Slums. That's bananas. In the back of the slums. With that Nas sample, that shit is nuts. You heard? So make sure you check that Back of the Slums out. Let me see what else. This shit is doing a poor search, my nigga. Like, what is we doing here? Like, where's the songs? Oh, we got 50s and Better. You got to check that. 50s and Better. You heard? St. Laz Pottersfield. Put that shit in 50s and Better. We on that Alchemist beat, killing that shit. You heard? What else, man? What else? Oh, we got the joint with Little Flip. Got a joint with Little Flip right there. You can put that in. That'll come up under the Bucker search. I'm seeing what else is on here, man. It's like I gotta sound off on my I gotta sound off on my Spotify, but I'm not signed into my Spotify right now. But this is another joint that's bananas. This Bucker joint right here, I-95. This is an old joint. It's called I-95, and it's spelled EYE 95. Listen to that joint right there, Majesty. If you ain't never hear that shit, listen to that. The Bucker joint called I-95. That's bananas. You heard that shit? Dumb old. Listen to the type of shit, 14 years old. Listen to the type of shit he was spitting on that 14 years ago. He don't be liking to push that song no more. He be like, son, shit too old, son. Like, nigga, heat is heat, nigga. Heat is heat, y'all.
To the hood, man, the projects.
I don't want to push that song, man. That shit is, Yo, if you never saw the Saquon story called Iraq and Elmira, I was thinking about that story today. Like, that's one of the best stories on the channel, bro. That shit is crazy. Shout out to the bro Saquon. You heard? But make sure you check that Saquon story, Iraq and Elmira. That shit is a wild, crazy 3-part, 4-part story or something like that. But you really need to check that, my G's. Well, I got Amazon Music on this shit yet. Damn, I don't got nothing on this bare-ass phone yet, man. You gotta wait till I get on my other phone, man. My Spotify not signed in. I don't know what email my Spotify is under, my G's. You heard? But yeah, the boy Bucker, man. Bucker loud. You heard? SBG in the building. Trap Buddha, I see you. Slim Blunt Gang in the building. You already Snow Cone. Flatliner, bro. Let me tell you, I was arguing with this chick online, right? Me and this chick had a mad argument online. I forgot how we had an argument online. I forgot. Oh, let me tell you what happened. A chick that, it used to be this site called rapmullet.com. You heard? Back in the days, it was a forum, and we used to be on that shit all day, every day, like arguing and beefing and putting music or whatever. So somebody has started a bullshit ass rumor about me, right? Like some real dumb shit. You heard? Just to hate on me. And this particular broad, she went in on the forum and posted like, yo, did you hear about St. Laz? He did this, he did that, he did this. And all of that shit was false. So that shit had me so tight, my nigga, that if you listen to that song, you hear in the beginning of that song, Flatliner, where I'll be like, yeah, this song goes out to this bum bitch that sell Obama phones in motherfucking downtown Newark, right? Because while I was beefing with this broad, me and this broad beefing back and forth on the forum, one of my mans that was from around her way was like, yo, son, word them over that broad be having standing outside trying to get people to sign up for free Obama phones, you heard? So I was like, oh, great, thank you. So that's why I was like, her and her man was doing that shit. You feel me? Like, y'all niggas sell Obama phones downtown Newark. Stop playing with me. You heard? So that's why I said that on that track. But that bitch had me so mad for going on the forum and spreading those lies about me. You feel what I'm saying? That I had to make that song. So that song is really a diss song to a random chick from Newark that I was beefing with on the forum. So I was like, I got something for you. And then, I ain't know what to do. If I was, I'm filming the video by myself with, old Canon or whatever the fuck I was filming with. Nigga, I ain't know what to do. I'm driving around the whole Brooklyn looking for some good shots. I end up going to Red Hook because over there, Red Hook is over there by the Home Depot. I mean, not Home Depot. What's that shit in Red Hook? Hold on. What's that shit? IKEA. The big ass IKEA. If you go over there in the big ass IKEA in Red Hook, from the parking lot, on one side of the parking lot, you can see the Statue of Liberty nice and crispy. So I was trying to get that shot of me with the Statue of Liberty behind me. In that shot, it wasn't really coming out so greatly. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't know what I was doing, but that's why I was over there filming that video. I'm like, I wanted this. I went over there to go get that Statue of Liberty shot. It's spooky over there at nighttime by that water. You heard? But Red Hook, they get a nice shot of the Statue of Liberty. So that's why I was there. I filmed some of it in Dykeman and some of it in Red Hook. And mad people love that song. They be like, yo, Laz, it's one of my favorite songs, Flatliner. But really, bro, that's an ignorant ass song. And I won't even make music like that no more, where I'm talking that much violence and ignorance and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? You know, it was a hard song and shit, but I'm too grown to be making that type of harsh music anymore. That shit was too harsh, you heard? I don't play with death like that no more too. Like, you know, a nigga getting old, nigga. You heard? But besides that, I know too many people that done lost their lives in the last 20 years where I don't be playing with death on songs, talking that death shit all the time. I don't do that shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like I still spit. Business is business. If I gotta still spit some gangster shit, I spit some gangster shit. But I don't take it too far. Like I edit my own rhymes. Like I might could say some crazy shit and then I say, nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. Because I just don't want to be that violent. You feel what I'm saying? You know, nigga got kids and shit. Nigga can't be 50 cash, you know what I mean? I'm at my kid's motherfucking art show at her private school like this. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Johnston, hey, how you doing? And then, you know, one of her teachers hear me online. I'm like, y'all blow your motherfucking brain, let the brain ooze out your nose. Then you know what I mean? I chop your wig off, nigga, bang you in your head. Like I can't get too crazy now, my nigga. Got too many kids in these streets. My daughter be like, Dad, is this you that said you'll put a grenade in someone's mouth and tape it with duct tape and shove a shotgun up their ass? Like, yeah, it's just rap. You feel me? So I be trying to keep it. I be trying to chill out, my nigga, nowadays. I'm trying to chill out. I'm chilling, man. I'm smoking my slim blunt. You heard? Smoking my slim blunt, man. Just chilling in the city. It's nice out here, man. You feel what I'm saying? Go get me something to eat later. I'm gonna stop this eating at nighttime too, man. Because realistically, we don't supposed to be eating at no nighttime and all of that, my nigga. The sun ain't up. The sun controls you. The sun's energy controls your digestive system. It literally is what activates your digestive system and causes it to work and do what it got to do. At nighttime, it just ain't popping like that. So we be eating at night, we be wilding. You could do that in your 20s and 30s and shit like that, my nigga. But when you get older, that eating at night shit, that shit ain't cool, bro. Straight up. These niggas spinning the block again, but like we said, they spinning the block because I'm in that neighborhood where that dude did that mass shooting at. I forgot all about that. You feel what I'm saying? Like that mass shooting shit ain't no joke, bro. Like sometimes I be places with my kids and shit. Like, you know, I be places with my kids like a mall or something, and I just be like, what if a nigga just walk up in here right now and just start airing this whole shit out while I'm with my kids? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, bro. You know, it's crazy, my nigga, that people do shit like that, mentally ill motherfuckers. But, you know, niggas be mentally ill and shit like that. But it's like, my dude, listen, my dude. You know, y'all niggas want to play with technology and AI. Y'all niggas gotta make an AI robot that soon as it detects somebody with a rifle like that, like it could see the heat in the gun and feel his heart rate, and we need a real RoboCop. Like niggas, that's gonna happen. Like soon you gonna see real RoboCops out here. Like niggas, a robot that walks up and down the block, like that will annihilate something. Because you feel me? We need some shit that soon as you see a nigga coming up in the joint, that shit just pop up like drop it, annihilate your shit. Yeah, they need to make RoboCop over. That shit was crazy. RoboCop, that shit was crazy, nigga. The first part, nigga was gunning shit down. I seen that shit in the movies when it first came out. I was a mad kid. I remember back in the days in Deuce 42nd Street, they had the big, stupid, crazy RoboCop poster. Everybody was in a line to go see that shit when that shit came out, nigga. That RoboCop was different. What was I doing 8, 9 years old watching RoboCop? Like, I'm wilding. But back in them days on the Deuce, man, you get into any movie theater. You get into a porn movie theater. Word to my mother. I used to be 14, 15 years old, sliding up in them porn theaters, nigga. They sell a ticket to anybody. I be right up in that shit like this. Deuce was a crazy place back in the days, bro. You heard they had the arcade downstairs in the train station on 8th Avenue, right where they got that what's there now on the 8th Avenue on that corner. I think it's an Applebee's there or some shit like that. But back in the days, that shit used to be a train station entrance right there on 8th Avenue. That shit had a game room downstairs. That shit was treacherous. I used to be in that shit all day. I was outside, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't realize it, but now that I'm grown, I look back. I'm like, nah, I was outside for real, my nigga. Like, I was in 42nd Street. I was in the game room in fucking Playland at 8, 9 o'clock at night, nigga, by myself, 9, 10 years old. Me and my son Israel. If I wasn't Dolo, I was with my son Israel. You heard? We had a hustle where we knew how to put quarters in the game. You heard? We'd take a coat hanger, bend that shit a certain way, slip that shit up into the game, snatch onto the quarter slot thing, and pull that shit down. Whoop, 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 whoop. It didn't work on every game, but it worked on a lot of games. So we used to go to Playland, and we used to rig the games with quarters and then just stand around the game waiting for somebody to come to play it, and we sell them the game. Be like, yo, 2 games for a quarter. Nobody's turning that down. You heard? So niggas would give us a quarter, play 2 games, next nigga come. Yo, 2, and you know, a quarter was serious in 86. In 87 and all of that. A quarter was serious business. You heard? So we used to make a few dollars. You know what I mean? And then they started catching on to us and they started kicking us out the game room. Like, yo, don't let us see you in here no more. We lay low for 2-3 days. We be back in that shit. You feel what I'm saying? There was too many people in there and you couldn't keep track of everybody, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, we was rigging them games. We used to do that shit on Rockaway and Pick and Two, man, where they had the little newsstand. They had Contra in there and motherfucking they had Contra. What else they had? They had Contra, Ninja Gaiden. You feel me? We used to rig the shit out of Contra because you couldn't do that shit on a quarter slot. Is niggas like us that made them come out with the new quarter slots that the thing don't stay up or some shit like that, like the little slot shit, it don't stay up, or they got it where the old ones, you could just go up under that shit. They made it to where you can't go up under that shit, so you couldn't do it with those games. You could do it, but it was much harder. You had to take a paper clip and tape a quarter to the paper clip and put a piece of tape over the paper clip in the quarter and then push it down the quarter slot and hit the joint and keep pulling it back up, and that you could get seen doing that easily, like they see you. But the other shit, we used to lean up against the game and put the shit up inside the joint while we acting like we playing the game and hit that shit while we playing the game so people couldn't see that. But the other one, you had to stand and actually dip that shit in the joint. Like, it was harder and you get caught doing that shit more. You feel me? But we used to be rigging them games, my nigga. We used to go around the city trying to find different places that still had the old quarter slots so we could rig the game and make a couple of lawless. I done did it all, nigga. I used to pack bags in Atlantic Towers. They had a C-Town right there in Atlantic Towers. I used to pack bags in that shit. I used to pack bags in the C-Town that was on Rockaway and motherfucking Blake. You heard? Rockaway between Blake and Sutter or whatever. You feel me? They had a little C-Town where that church is at and all of that now. They had a little C-Town back in their big-ass C-Town back in the days. I used to pack bags in that shit. Or if I wasn't packing bags, I was giving out flyers. And you know how we was violating with the flyers. Like, we'll give out some of them shits, but then we'll just go to East New York, nigga. You heard? Niggas give us the flyers, we'll just go to East New York, dump that shit into a garbage can in East New York somewhere, because they used to go around checking the garbage cans in the hallways to make sure that the kids wasn't just throwing the flyers and not giving them out. And they was paying niggas like 40 cash for the whole day or something like that. I don't remember. My mind, don't give me the lying, because my mind that was a long time ago, but it seemed like 40 cash. Whatever they gave niggas, it seemed like 40 cash. When you came from packing some bags or giving out some flyers and them niggas made all the kids stand around and they gave out some money, nigga, you go home feeling like you a motherfucking man of the house, nigga. I was coming through my door like this. Smacking that 40 on the table or 30 on the table like this. Give my mom some of that shit, nigga. I'm off to the game room, nigga. I was one of them dudes. I spent every dime I have on video games, bro. If it wasn't a video game, it was a rap record. You feel me? A single. That's when they used to sell singles for $2.49 in the shack on Pickens Avenue. They used to sell them just for $2.49. So if a new single hit Video Music Box, I used to watch Video Music Box. I see some new shit, I'm going straight to see the nigga Russ. Yo, I got that shit. Be like, yo, I ain't got that shit yet. It just came out. I'd be like, come on, my G's. Shit is on Video Music Box. Be like, yo, I don't got everything that Video Music Box plays, my bro. You come back next week. I come back next week, he'll have that shit. That's how I ran to I swear to everything I love. When I first heard that Nice and Smooth record, I do this every fucking time, man. Motherfucking Funky for You. When I first heard the record Funky for You, I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. It was a Saturday morning. Video Music Box. I forgot what time that shit used to come on Saturdays, but I was watching that shit on Video Music Box. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I was like, yo, as soon as this video goes off, I literally ran, not walked. I ain't walked. I literally ran out of my house, ran through the projects, ran to Pickens Avenue, ran to the shack and was like, please tell me you got that song Funky for You. And they pulled that tape out. Yo, here. I was like this. Yes! That shit on the Walkman on repeat, nigga. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. Man, listen, bro. It was the beat, man. The beat was so miraculous. I was like, I need that shit in my headphones, my G's. Straight up, my nigga. But yeah, if it wasn't them tapes, it was them video games, man. I'm a type of nigga. Remember Mighty Bomb Jack? I'm the type of nigga, I was dropping 10 cash. I was spending 10 cash on Mighty Bomb Jack, like in 1.5 hour. I put so much quarters in that shit, nigga. Them niggas made a fortune off them video games back in the days. I remember the first time I seen Pac-Man. You know, it might have been regular Pac-Man. No. I'm trying to think. It might have been Miss Pac-Man that I seen first because I was so young. I might have not seen Pac-Man. But I remember they had that shit right there in Park Slope on 4th Avenue on the corner of 4th, on St. Mark's between 4th and 5th. It's a laundromat there now. You heard? But back in the days, that shit used to be a laundry and an arcade. And they recently took the sign. Niggas had the vintage sign from when I was a child over that shit, and now they put some new shit over it, but I be looking at it, I can still see that the old sign is behind that. So if a nigga had to make that movie, that sign gotta come down. But I remember they had that Miss Pac-Man in that game room, and I was in a kid, I was like 4 or 5 or something like that. I went up in that shit, I seen that shit, I was like, what the fuck is that? And people was just surrounding that shit, playing Pac-Man, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That shit was looking crazy. It was sounding crazy. You know, the sounds coming out the machines was crazy, bro. You feel me? I was like, nigga, I'm getting on that Pac-Man. You heard? So when nobody was around, I slide up in the motherfucking laundromat or whatever where they had the games at, and I try to play that shit as a kid. Nigga dying in the first 30 seconds. You feel what I'm saying? But I was like, wow, this Pac-Man shit is real. And it's crazy, bro, because to this day, Miss Pac-Man is one of the greatest video games that has ever been made, and it still bangs, bro. Any phone I got Miss Pac-Man on my phone, bro. Like, I paid for that shit. Like, I don't want no ads in my shit, none of that. I paid for it. Son, that shit'll hold you down on anything in the world, bro. Anywhere you go, you bored, you could just pull out your phone and play a quick game of Miss Pac-Man. Pac-Man is great, but it ain't better than Miss Pac-Man. Then they came out with Junior Pac-Man. Junior Pac-Man was that shit, nigga, with them long ass boards. They had that shit right there on motherfucking and Howard and on Pickens and Stafford right there. They had the game room. They had that Pac-Man Junior. They had Millipede. It was this chick from my project I told stories about. I mean, my homegirl D, shout her out. She was a monster in Millipede, my nigga. She was a monster in Millipede. Niggas used to be surrounding her like this. Oh, shit. She'd be like this, hitting that ball be spinning. That shit was crazy. But that game room that was in my projects, nigga, they had classes. They had Double Dragon. They had Rygar. You know, Rygar in the game room was way different from Rygar on Nintendo. I fuck with both, but that Rygar in the game room, that shit was different. You know what else them niggas had? Trojan. Oh my God. Trojan is crazy. I got that shit. I got that shit on my what I got it on? I think I got it on my Wii U. You heard? But Trojan on my Xbox. I think I got it on my Xbox. Trojan is crazy, bro. And I got the arcade version, not the Nintendo version. I have the arcade version of Trojan, my nigga, with the crazy wild sound effects. Y'all seen me review it on my game channel. Those who tapped into my game channel. If you ain't ever tapped into my game channel, I ain't dropped no content in forever. But you could go put Brooklyn Arcade, St. Laz Brooklyn Arcade, and you could watch some of my game content. You heard? And I got Trojan on there. The original arcade version of Trojan. That shit different. That shit dumb violent. Niggas be throwing knives at you, shoot. Niggas be doing all type of foul shit to you, nigga. Them games was violent in the 80s, my nigga. You heard? Double Dragon, nigga just came out with a machine gun. Lang, 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 lang. We was mad as hell when you couldn't pick that machine gun up, nigga. From the final boss, when the final boss came out with the machine gun, y'all had the nerve to not be able to pick that shit up. But Double Dragon was out of control, my nigga. You was hitting niggas in the head with bats. You was picking up whips. Chick came out with a whip, S&M shit and all of that. You picking up the whip. You hitting the chick in the face with a whip. You hitting the chick with an aluminum bat. You heard? You know, chicks come out with the afros on Double Dragon. You just bashing them in the head with a bat. Lean. You throwing garbage cans on their head. Like, nigga, that shit was dumb violent. Niggas throwing a knife at you, shit your gut. You be like, ooh. Little splash of blood come out. Like, ooh. Like, yo, bro. Games was different in the 80s, my dude. Shit was violent. One of my favorite joints, Dogman 97, you already know. Bubble Bobble, my all-time favorite. If you ain't ever seen my story called Bubble Bobble, make sure y'all watch that. I don't know if it's called Bubble Bobble, but it's called Fight in Brooklyn. Fight in Brooklyn. Or Fight in Brownsville. Make sure you go check that. But I used to play Renegade, my nigga. I've reviewed that on my channel too. The arcade version of Renegade, you be on the train fighting niggas, scrapping niggas on that train. That's basically what Double Dragon got their idea from. You heard? Like, before Double Dragon, it was Renegade, my nigga. And before Renegade, nah, I can't put that in the same category. But before Street Fighter, it was Pit Fighter. Let's keep it real. Atari had Pit Fighter. I think Pit Fighter came out before Street Fighter. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Pit Fighter was different. One of the greatest games, you know what's one of the greatest games that was ever created, my nigga, that a lot of people don't know nothing about? This game called Black Tiger. It got two different names because it got a Japanese name and then it got his, American name. But this shit called Black Tiger, y'all niggas don't remember that game? I might have reviewed it on my shit, I'm not sure. But you don't remember that game Black Tiger where you start off and you a nigga with a mad small head and you type brolic and you be getting armor and you be shooting like a ball in a chain at niggas and you could get different weapons and you be shooting knives and you gotta climb up and jump up. Yo, that shit was one of the craziest games ever, my nigga. Black Tiger. To this day, you play that shit, you be like, I played that shit not too long ago. I was like, yo, this shit's still fire, my nigga. You heard? That shit was a Black Tiger. That shit was awesome. That shit was different, my nigga. You heard? It was giving competition to Ghost and Goblins. Ghost and Goblins may be one of the greatest games ever played. They got the new Ghost and Goblins out I got that shit for the Switch. Yo, that shit crazy. I ain't finished it yet. That shit dumb hard, my nigga. You know, Ghost and Goblins ain't never been no sweet game where you just gonna pass that and beat that. Ghost and Goblins is hard, my nigga. You heard the new Ghost and Goblins, though? I promise you, my nigga, that shit is on fire. The graphics on that shit, the gameplay on that shit is treacherous, my nigga. Straight up, the new Ghost and Goblins, that shit, I thought it was gonna be a bullshit remake of the old shit. Nah, my nigga. That shit is a total new different game, and nigga, you gotta be nice to play that shit, bro. They got all type of crazy fire-ass weapons. But that shit, well, I'm still on camera, man. But yo, that Ghost and Goblins, crazy. Ghouls and Ghosts, I got that on my phone right now, Ghouls and Ghosts. You heard I finished that shit, and I finished Ghosts and Goblins. Like back in the days, I couldn't finish Ghosts and Goblins. I just couldn't get past that last board no matter what, you feel me? So I sat my ass down as a grown-ass man and made sure I finished that shit. Like, yo, I can't leave this planet saying I let this shit beat me, nigga. So I finally finished that Ghost and Goblins, and I finished Ghouls and Ghosts. But this new shit, nigga ain't finishing that. You know what else is bananas that I got the arcade version of? Gauntlet. Ooh, the arcade version of Gauntlet. Wizard is dying. That shit, that voice be creepy. Wizard, health points 36. Wizard is dying. Warrior is dying. That shit spooky, nigga. Gauntlet? That shit fire. Got the arcade version of that. I gotta get that Kung Fu. Remember that shit? That Kung Fu? Ooh, they had this joint called Kung Fu where you fight against Star and Pole and all of these niggas, different fucking characters, and you Kung Fu with them niggas out. Yo, that shit called Kung Fu, bro. And it's 2 games called Kung Fu. One is a total different other game. But this game, Kung Fu, where you fight against Pole and Star, nigga be throwing the ninja stars at you, nigga be hitting you with the pole. My nigga, that's one of the greatest games ever created. One of the greatest games ever created. I found a version of it in an emulator, but it wasn't the arcade version. You know, it was a Nintendo version or some shit like that, or whatever it was on. But it wasn't really the arcade version of it. The arcade version was different. Then you had Karate Champ. You heard? Not that Kung Fu where you kicking the pots and the snakes and all of that. That's a great Kung Fu too. But the other Kung Fu, that shit different. But the joint, the Kung Fu with the snakes and the pots, I got that shit. I got that on my Xbox. You heard? That joint, or on my Wii U, one of them. You heard? But that Kung Fu is fire, bro. That ain't no joke either, my nigga. When niggas be throwing the knives and you know you gotta jump over the knives and niggas be holding you, and that shit ain't no joke, man. The pots be falling from the joint and shit be crawling on the floor. That shit ain't no joke. But Karate Champ was the joint that ain't have no buttons. It just had 2 joysticks. So you just had to move the joysticks in certain ways to make them niggas kick and punch. Karate Champ was that shit, nigga. Dolo Mike, man, you getting kind of young on me, baby. You talking about Warcraft. You heard? You talking about Warcraft. I was buying my daughter Warcraft back in the days when that shit came out. She was begging for that shit on PC. You heard? I never played PC games, man. Like I never played none of those games because niggas ain't had no computers and shit. But them shits was way more advanced. Computer games was more advanced than all of this shit. Yeah, Pit Fighter crazy. I got Pit Fighter. I'm trying to think what I got it on. But I got Pit Fighter, you know, because I was doing this game channel, so I was trying to get I think I reviewed Pit Fighter or some gameplay. Not review, but, you know, I just show my little gameplay. You know what shit I got, too, that's bananas? I got the arcade version of Gunsmoke, my nigga. Gunsmoke was crazy, nigga. Gunsmoke, where you just the cowboy, nigga, you gotta go through the towns and niggas be shooting at you from all angles and you buy that shit crazy. A lot of these kids today, I hate to sound like an old nigga, But a lot of these kids today that think they great gamers, I couldn't handle some of them 80s games, bro. Them 80s games was money grabbers, so they was made purposely to be extremely hard so that you couldn't beat them shits, my nigga, so that you keep putting quarters in the motherfuckers. My nigga, a lot of y'all niggas, y'all couldn't play some of these games. No. You heard? Like, y'all could, yo, Gunsmoke was different, son. Operation Wolf. Come on, son. In the arcade, Operation Wolf, that shit was rough, bro. It was rough to play Operation Wolf and beat that shit in the game room. You feel what I'm saying? But I've seen people do it. You feel what I'm saying? Take about 1,000 quarters, but I've seen people do it. You feel what I'm saying? But Gunsmoke is crazy. Operation Wolf. You know what else was crazy? Akari Warriors. POW. Remember POW where you be the nigga that gotta do a prisoner of war and you gotta make it through the, my nigga, these games is impossible to play. But some niggas could beat them shits. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of these new gamers, y'all niggas play that Call of Duty and all that, y'all niggas ain't built. Y'all ain't built for that POW in a car. Remember that shit had the clicky joystick that turn around, you click that shit and shoot, and you clicking the joystick and that shit is turning in all angles. Akari Warriors. Son, them shits was hard games, my nigga. Street Fighter 1. Street Fighter 1 wasn't like these other Street Fighters, my nigga. Anybody could beat Street Fighter 2 and 3. Beat Street Fighter 1. You heard? Beat Street Fighter 1, nigga. Get up to Gen. Let me see you fight against Gen when you didn't go to China early. You went to China late. And you got to fight the advanced Gen because you know they get harder as you go along. So if you fight the late Gen, that old man, or fight the late motherfucking the English nigga, the English nigga with the chopsticks, with the sticks, the English tea nigga, the butler nigga, son, that nigga will fuck you up, son. In 2 hits, that's like nigga be like this, you have lost. You know, every character said this. That shit was dumb funny. At the end of Street Fighter, no matter who you fought and beat, they all say the same thing. You have a lot to learn before you beat me. Try again, kid. And then that shit just said on the joint, kiddo. The shit clearly supposed to say, try again, kiddo. And they programmed that shit like this. Try again, kid. Like, yo, my nigga, y'all gotta get y'all English together. But that first Street Fighter, my nigga, you get up to Sagat as the last nigga, and nigga's a monster. You heard? He just come out, you know, you ain't beating that nigga, my nigga. You know, I eventually did it. It took me being a grown man with 900 continues to beat that nigga 2 rounds in the first Street Fighter, bro. I was proud of myself. Like, oh shit, I really beat this nigga. But Sagat was a monstrous problem in Street Fighter 1. It ain't like that in Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2, he's a monster, but not like in Street Fighter 1. In Street Fighter 1, that nigga was damn near impossible to beat. You just gotta get lucky. The only way you could beat that nigga is to keep doing the Dragon Punch, my nigga, over and over and over, and just keep doing it and hope that he bumps into it. Because in Street Fighter 1, if you do the Dragon Punch with the strong button, nigga, that shit could knock a nigga out in one, and it hit you with the 2-piece. Boop, bah! Dragon Punch, nigga be on the ground like this. You've got a lot to learn before you beat me. Try again, kid. You heard? Facts, though. But y'all remember when Punch-Out first came out, my nigga? When the original Punch-Out first came out, when you was the green nigga, when you was the see-through green nigga, and you fought, you know, Glass Joe and Ball Bull and the Sandman and Kid Quick and Pizza Pasta. You heard it? That Punch-Out was serious, man. I remember the 80s. I remember when that shit came out, the graphics were so marvelous. I was like, who made this marvelous looking game? It was so crispy and realistic. The fighters were so realistic and had so much different facial expression. Like whoever created that game was a master game maker, my nigga. Cause that shit was crazy. The regular Punch Out. You know, later on they came out with Nintendo Mike Tyson's Punch Out, where, you know, some of them same characters, they changed them niggas, because some of them niggas was racist as a motherfucker. Pizza, pasta. You heard? Kid Quick was looking like a straight dope fiend. You know what I mean? Nigga face be like, yeah, nigga, that shit was wrong. Sandman, all of them niggas was racist, man. You know, what's the nigga? Vodka Popinski. Nigga had a Russian nigga just got a bottle of vodka in the ring. Like, that shit was racist, my nigga. That shit was mad stereotypes. Like, you heard? Nigga had a bottle of vodka in the ring like this. While when the nigga go to his corner, nigga just be hitting a bottle of vodka. Like, come on, my nigga. That shit was out of control. But yeah, man, that Punch Out, the original, you can't find that shit. It's hard to find that. They got all type of weird versions of that shit. That shit is corny. But the original Punch Out in the game room, oh my God. That shit was out. Nobody was beating the Sandman. The Sandman was the last dude. Before Mike Tyson came about, the Sandman was the dude you had to beat. And you wasn't beating that nigga, son. Punch Out, the Sandman, one hit, you out. That's it. He just hit you. He'd be like this. Like that shit Mike Tyson do, the Sandman was doing on regular Punch Out. He was knocking niggas out, bro. You know, even niggas like Kid Quick. Kid Quick was a mad skinny, dope fiend looking dude. Looking crazy. He was looking crazy, Kid Quick. But, son will knock your head off, bro. He will knock your head off. Word, nigga had the Asian nigga named Honda. You know, they was ODing, my nigga, with the racial stereotypes, my nigga. You heard? But this shit was a great game, man. The 80s, man. What a time to be alive, bro. It was a crazy time, my G's. Crazy time. I remember I used to get an allowance, nigga. This is when I'm told I had to be like 8, 9 in Brownsville. Like, I used to get a $3 allowance, my nigga. Like, my mom would give me $3 every time she got paid. You feel me? And that $3 was something, nigga. I used to be like, ooh, I get my $3 today? Like, I would go immediately to the game room and spend the entire $3 on arcade game and come back mad like this. Broke. My mom's would feel sorry for me and give me some more money. You heard? She be like, stop spending your damn money on them damn video games. I'll be like, I'm addicted, nigga. You heard? My son now, man, I feel sorry for my son, man, because this dude is an excellent gamer. I bought this dude Zelda, the Echoes of Wisdom the other day, man, and, you know, son is in love with this Zelda game right now, man. You heard? And I had to make sure that he didn't play today. I took son to the sand park. I took him to Central Park and shit. Took him to the park and let him play for 4 or 5 hours because he just be on that game. I got to get him away from that game. You feel me? I'll be feeling bad, but I be having to say, yo, you can't fuck with the game, bro, because you messing up your motherfucking, you know, everything. Your brain. You fucking with your brain. But I feel bad for him because he's such a great gamer. I remember when I was a kid, so I started doing the math. I'm like, hold on, how old was I when I really started playing video games? Let's see. Because I had ColecoVision, my nigga. Let me see. I used to play Atari 2600. Let me see. What year did Atari 2600 come out? What? Nah. Nigga said that shit came out in 77, bro. I had no idea that shit came out in 77, bro. So I remember I played Atari 2600 when I was like, I had to be like 7. when, my cousin had a Atari 2600, and I would go to Williamsburg Projects. We'd be in a line to play that shit. You heard? That's when Congo Bongo was out. I'll tell you exactly what year it was, because this is the year Congo Bongo came out. What year did the game Congo Bongo come out? All right, 83. They said Congo Bongo came out in 83. So that's like the first game I can remember being thirsty to play. Now, I might have seen games, but actually playing a game, 83. So I had to be like I said, like 7, 8 years old. So, let me see. I got it. My first game system was a ColecoVision. What year did Coleco, because I got that shit as soon as it came out. ColecoVision, I think, come out. All right, ColecoVision came out in 82. So I was playing ColecoVision before I was playing Atari 2600. You heard? I didn't have an Atari 26 ColecoVision, if I'm not mistaken, was 5 bits of graphics. Like, you heard, that shit was advanced. That shit was 5 bits or something like that. Atari 2600 was only 2 bits. You heard? But so I had Coleco in 82. Maybe I got it in 83. Maybe. So my son is 5. He's playing video games 2 years before I started playing video games. There go that beautiful ColecoVision. Beautiful system. Beautiful system, bro. Beautiful system. My shit had one game. My mom's bought me that shit, nigga. I think that shit came with Donkey Kong. I had that was the only game I had for the whole time I had that shit, nigga, for like 6 years, nigga. My mom's never bought me another game, nigga. I just had Donkey Kong. I'm playing that shit for like 6 years straight, nigga. Till one of my sons let me hold Cabbage Patch Kids. You heard they had Cabbage Patch Kids for that shit. That shit was pretty dope too. You feel what I'm saying? I played that, but that's how simple a child is, bro. I had ColecoVision with Donkey Kong, my nigga, and I used to just play that Donkey Kong all day, every day, my nigga. You heard? Like, kids are some beautiful things, bro. They're so simple. You gotta love them for being so pleased with life for the smallest things. So, my child, my son, he never experienced Zelda. Like, Zelda is like, you remember when the first Zelda came out with the gold cartridge? I had that shit. That shit was 100 cash when it came out. Might have even been 200. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be bugging, but it either was $100 or $200 for that Zelda cartridge when it first came out. That shit, you couldn't even find that shit. I bought that shit off of Pickens Avenue, though. They had it on Pickens, I think. And I bought that shit, my nigga. You heard? And I took that shit to school in my book bag. I popped out. I was like this. Yeah. The whole class was surrounding me like, oh, shit. The Lord. You heard? I pulled that Zelda shit out. Niggas was like, Master, we are your obedient servants. I was like, yeah, nigga. First nigga on the block with that Zelda. And the first adventures of, Zelda, the first Zelda game, bro, that shit was so magical and crazy to a kid. Like, you look at it now, even to this day, that shit dope. The first Zelda. I was looking at that shit online, showing my son that shit online, like, yo, look, this is the Zelda I played when I was your age or whatever, around your age or whatever. And that shit was still looking intriguing, like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Like, hidden staircases under the bushes, you burn them shit, and that shit come out, you go down there, find you a new sword or something. Nigga, that shit was magical. So now my son, he got this new Zelda, and it's the kid Zelda, like, the echoes, like, they make the characters look small and cute and shit, instead of the grown ass Zelda and all of that. You heard? So I got my son playing that shit, my nigga. That nigga, he is fucking in love with that game. You feel what I'm saying? And this boy's sharp, bro. I be stuck on boards. I be like, damn, I don't know what to do to get off this board, bro. And I be like, I don't know what to tell you, my brother. Like, you should play a different game until we could figure this game. Nigga, I leave for 10 minutes, come back, he done got off the board, bro. You heard? And you know, Zelda, you gotta be smart, man. So that shit be having me hyped. I be like, yo, I gotta start a game channel with this kid, man, because he's 5 years old. He be cracking these games asses. You feel what I'm saying? But Zelda is so magical to a child. I just put myself in a child's place, and I think, I say, damn, if I was 5 years old, if I was 5 or 6 years old, imagine how this game would be looking. You know, Nintendo Switch graphics is magnifique, c'est bon. You know, Nintendo Switch graphics be different, my nigga. Like, they color game. I told you, I went in there, I copped the Switch because I went into the Nintendo store. Like, I'm not buying no Switch, nigga. You feel me? I don't play games like that no more. But I went into the Nintendo store one day when they dropped that Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and they had that shit on the big screen, and I was like, God damn, that shit crispy. You heard? Like, it's only 1080 day games, but I'm just like, damn, bro, I don't know what y'all did with the colorization. Like, bro, it's so beautiful. I'm like, I gotta buy that for my kid. I can't deprive my child of seeing such beautiful game. Like, when I was a kid, I remember how regular Super Mario Brothers looked to me. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. So imagine how that shit look to these kids nowadays, my nigga. You know, new Super Mario Brothers that be out, new fucking Zeldas that be out. That shit look crazy to a child, bro. You know what I mean? But my boy, man, I be feeling bad when I gotta take him off of the video game for a couple of days because he be staying up late. Like, nah, I mean, he don't want to sleep at night. That video game shit fuck you up, man. But that nigga, he love it though. He loves them shits, man. Not to call my son a nigga and all of that, but he loves it, bro. You heard? And I understand. But I really bought the Zelda because I wanted that shit, and I thought it may be a little bit too advanced for him. But when I downloaded it and seen, like, nah, this shit play good. That boy, like, he done forgot about Super Mario Brothers, bro. And I got all them shits. I got Super Mario Wonder, I got Odyssey, I got 3D World. I got all of that shit, bro. Yeah, my G's. It's an old fact. Rival wish pappin'. Trap Buddha, that's an old fact. Yo, listen, when I first came home from the penitentiary, my nigga, I'ma keep it real with you. My first summer, I spent that shit in the crib finishing Zelda. I came home, you know, I was away for 6 years, bro. I was a video game fanatic. I came home to a video game system. I think it was what was that? Nintendo 64 or one of them shits I had, you feel me? But them niggas, I came home to that Zelda, the Archeon, whatever the fuck you call that shit, the Arcana of Time, or whatever way nigga be playing the flute and that shit take you back in time into another dimension and all that. My bro, I had that shit. I stayed in the crib for the entire, I went outside and shit, but I just spent most of my time finishing that game. It took me a whole summer to finish that game. I couldn't put that shit down, bro. You heard? I couldn't put it down. I'm like, man, I'm going upstairs to play Zelda. That shit was so bananas at that time. Spent the whole summer playing that. That's what I like about them Zeldas too. They take mad long to finish. Share my G's. Yeah, I got that golden eye right now. You heard what I got it on? What do I got it on? Oh, I got it on Nintendo Online. You know, on Nintendo Online, you could get all the Nintendo 64 games, Super Nintendo. I got all that. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. I got all of that shit. Nintendo Online is bananas, my nigga. And now with the Switch 2, forget about it, bro. They got GameCube. You heard? The Switch 2, you can access all the whole GameCube library on your Switch. Like, them niggas is the greatest. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They some greedy motherfuckers and expensive motherfuckers, but they game is different, bro. Nintendo shit is different, bro. You feel me? Like, they don't need nobody. They got their own characters. That's Donkey Kong, Zelda, Mario. They got their own Kirby. They got their own characters that get busy. But one of them joints, I think the 64, it got that golden eye. I got Perfect Dark too. Ooh wee! That Perfect Dark, son, we used to stay in the crib playing that shit all day long, bro. Perfect Dark? Oh God. We used to be banging out all day for weeks. We won't even turn the game off. We just leave that shit, come back, pick the trophy, let's go. My man used to be the alien. You know how you could be a little alien on Perfect Dark? My man used to be the alien murking everybody. We used to hate him. Niggas was ODing on that Perfect Dark, bro. That shit got the most realistic guns and all of that. All of them guns in Perfect Dark, all of them shits is real. They are all real weapons. If you Google and research those weapons, you will find out all of them shits is real, nigga. Them shit's crazy. You put the joint up in the ceiling, a nigga come around the corner, that shit just start hitting. La, 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 la. That shit be nuts. Nah, bro, that Cyclone, I think that shit is, I mean, the Gatlings is real. And if you research, they got all type of size Gatling guns. You feel me? They got all type of size Gatling guns. Handheld shits, big, crazy, wild shit. Gatling guns is a thing. Them shits is a thing. But yeah, my G's, man, I ain't trying to talk a hole in your head all night, man. But yeah, I done played too many Mega Mans, man. You know, man, I got Star Fox. I got that joint. I got that joint for the Wii U, I think. Yeah, I got that for the Wii U, I think. You feel what I'm saying? But Mega Mans, man, like, you know, Mega Mans, I done finished so many of them shits, man. It's like, but they always make a dope game though. Like, Mega Man is some shit. They always make a dope game. You know what else I was playing the other day that's still fire? Kid Icarus, bro. You heard? I started getting into it. I'm like, I gotta turn this shit off. I'm getting into it. Like, Kid Icarus is fire, bro. I finished that back in the days though. You heard? Kid Icarus was dope. I'm starting to hate carrying a bag, man, but I be having a camera equipment, man. Heard I be having camera equipment and cameras and chargers and be having all of that, man. I can't leave home without it. Hold on for 1 second. What's this in this bag? Do I need this? I got that xenophobe joint. I got that on my I think I got that on my phone. I might have that on my phone, but I got what's the name on my phone? Blazing Star. I got Blazing Star on my phone. That's bananas. I got Fatal Fury. I'm a type of dude, bro. I won't even play the game, but I still want it. You heard? Like, I still play Bubble Bobble though. Like, if I'm on a wait, I'm in DMV or some shit, and I gotta wait for an hour, I'll pop out the Bubble Bobble, bro. Make some time go fast. You feel what I'm saying? Bubble Bobble is that shit. It ain't too many games that's ever gonna compete with that game. It's very great. Jamaica's very good. It's very good. But yeah, my jeans, man, I just was tapping in with y'all dudes, man, you know. I be seeing new Bubble Bobbles too. I don't be feeling none of them shits, my nigga. I seen one recently. It was looking alright, but I'm good. It ain't nothing like Bubble Bobble, man. No matter what they do, they would never be able to create that. They always fuck something up. Even the music be garbage. What's up, bro? Even the music be garbage. You feel what I'm saying? Or something be garbage on it. You Feel me? It's hard, man, when you create perfection. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to go get me some dirty food. I feel like eating some dirty cart food. I seen somebody eating some today. I was like this. Damn, man, now I want some dirty cart food, man. Extra ass scratching it. Violate the nigga. Yeah, can I get a falafel platter with extra ass scratch? Nah, but we be wilding with these carts though. These shits be outside all day long. The food be soaking up all type of smog and car exhaust and niggas spitting and walking past, coughing and sneezing. We like, yeah, can I get some extra white sauce on that, please? There's some white sauce on that shit, all right. But I'm going to get some of that shit, nigga. Find me a nigga looking extra dusty, like, yeah, you'll do. You get extra hot sauce and white sauce on that shit, nigga. Sometimes them niggas, you gotta tell them niggas, yo, listen, bro, if you got that nitroglycerin, I need a drop of that. Like, don't be ODing. Then some of them niggas be heavy-handed with that hot sauce, my nigga. Make your shit intolerable. Like, yo, bro, I can't even eat this, my dude. Like, I need my money back. Niggas be wailing. But yo, I gotta get a new car too, man. My son's starting to stress me, man. You heard? I had a little rental and shit for a couple of weeks. My son's starting to stress me, like, yo, what up with that whip? You know, I need that whip. Like, what's really hood? I'm like, damn, man, this dude gonna make me go get a car at a bad interest rate, man. You heard? But I got my son ready to get back up in that motherfucking, in that lev. You heard? My son missing that lev, nigga. My son missing that 3D audio, nigga, from out that Audi. So I gotta get this cakery in the bakery, my G's. I need that paper. But yo, look, I'm in Rockefeller Center right now. Look. Rockefeller Center, baby. The beautiful Rockefeller Center. It's beautiful, Lils. But I forgot, man, just was a mass shooting over here. Like, I'm walking around mass shooting areas. Like, I got to get from over here, my nigga. Energy over here is wild right now. Yersk. Yeah, my G's, man. I'm going to holler at y'all dudes, man. You heard? Check those new episodes that's fluctuating on the site. Shout out to the bro Sim from Bushwick. 2 new episodes on the joint right now. They both doing some good numbers. Shout out to the bro Tankhead. He got 2 new episodes out on the joint right now, fluctuating. You heard? And I got a whole bunch more stories to come. If you out there and you got some crazy jail stories that you would like to tell on the channel, hit me up. Feel free to come on the channel. This ain't just my channel, man. This is our channel. You heard? So if you got some good hood stories or a life story that you want to share, something crazy that happened in your life, you just feel like getting it off your chest, hit me up, man. I'm on Instagram at St. Laz NYC, STLAZ NYC. Hit me up. I'm on TikTok, st.laz. You heard? Send me a message, man. Yersk. But LAZ, man, get at me, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all dudes later. You're about to go get some eats.